everyone. Welcome to the show. You will notice that I am not in that upper corner tonight. No. I am down here on the player board because we are starting a brand new campaign. Morden is GMing. We are bringing back a couple of your old favorites, Greymane Gaming and Scorched Ace 97, and adding a brand new friend of ours, Eldisteer. Well, new to this. He's unfortunately known me for almost 2 decades now. So...
God, has it really been that long?
It has.
Yep.
2002,
You're right.
2003. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know what that means? That means that Morden is no longer 25.
You're right.
We hadn't thought about that because, guys, trust me, he's looked like that since he was 25. He actually hasn't aged. He's a Highlander. So, yeah.
Valid.
I don't know.
Are there separate Streamloop player options? No, it's the same set of cards. We're using the same pool of cards because that's basically broken up by show. The cards work, the donos work, the channel points work. That may change at some point when we have beaten Morden senseless and made him start streaming. He may have to do a separate set that will function on his channel and not be referenced here. But for now, everything that you have here still works here. The difference is fate points that are already assigned and encounters that are assigned on that campaign are on that campaign. And I actually have up the Streamloots messages, so as things happen, I will just relay to Morden that cards have in fact been played. And Bacon just gave me disadvantage.
Well,
so I can see a lot of cards being played from the players towards second just to get back at him.
Oh yeah. Here's your shot, guys. Take it.
All for our entertainment.
Yep.
I mean, you do realize if we work
screw the
together.
chat, screw the viewers. We're this is get back.
It's awesome. Get back. Bacon, who are you playing that dis or advantage on? Just so we know. Yes, disadvantage on Deuce. Perfect. All right. That's okay.
it has begun.
All right. Everybody ready? I'm going to pull down the starting soon screen, and Morden can do what Morden is going to do.
Welcome to the tavern. Everyone dies. Wait, what?
It will take everything in my power not to open the door behind the bartender.
I assume you can actually see what's behind the bartender.
Well, I'm saying right here.
Oh, why am I on
and I want to
why am I
click it.
locked on the chest? I'm going to bounce out and bounce back in.
It's like rotated.
If you hit escape, you should be able to. Never mind.
Happy Bob Ross wig ain't going to help you. You are correct. It's not.
There you go. It's
I'm locked
completely
up.
it's completely off the screen. You do not have to worry about the storage box.
Yay!
So if someone's moving the storage box, it should be fine. It's off the screen.
But how are we going to get the excessive quantity of abacuses?
Weighing me down with abacuses.
Yes, sir. Everybody gets an abacus. And you get an abacus. And you get an abacus.
Okie doke. So, Morden, you're up, buddy. I'm going to sit here and act like a doofus for the 10 minutes that I get to be doofy.
All right, everybody.
I have a wisdom of 5, and I'm going to show it.
Yep.
no.
He has a wisdom of 5 for now.
Oh.
So, thank you for joining me in this particular campaign. I have in fact run this once. It was for newer players, so we are doing things just a tad bit differently.
We're all newer players. None of us have played this game in this millennium. Oh, wait. That's
No,
only
never.
true for 2 of us now. Never mind.
So, This is, as Deuce has come up with the name for it, Exacting Spirits as the campaign. Every one of you has found a token, which I would love to show on the screen, but for some reason it won't work because I've been trying to do it for the last couple minutes.
Ooh. I have a
camera.
golden ticket.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, if it's actually in your guys' inventories, but it might not be on those characters now that I think about it. Yeah, because I
But
don't
that's
think any of
okay
these characters
because it's also on the screen.
Mhm.
Yep. Beautiful.
Also,
Even better.
I have a physical representation of it that I can hold up because it's on my phone. As long as I don't rotate my
Yep.
phone and then it shrinks.
Oh, it shrunk.
I found a ticket. Yay!
So everyone has found themselves a golden ticket, as Deuce has shown onto the screen via possibly stealing it, possibly finding it in an adventure, or possibly having it given to you. You guys have your own stories for this, and I'll allow you to make it up as you go if you wish.
I found 2 tickets and I handed one to Grandpa so that we could go to this brand new tavern that just opened up. It looks really fancy from the outside.
Wait, this is a tavern? You're too young for a tavern.
I'm 52. I can't help it that you're like 300. That's not my fault.
So everyone has gotten their golden ticket, because we're just going to call it that now, because since Deuce has coined it, it is now the golden ticket. Your golden tickets, as you've learned through either talking to other people or just testing things, or in the case of one of us, I think accidentally tapping it on a door, works very simply. You tap it against any door whatsoever, and you end up in the Moongate Tavern. The door in front of you will always change to the Moongate Tavern, no matter what door it is you tap it on. It does not work on archways before you ask. It has to be an actual door. Door size doesn't matter, but you still want to tap a door that's big enough for you to get through. Just saying.
I mean, for me, that's not much of a problem.
Yes, sir.
What if
Which one?
what if I put a door into a doorway? Like, what if it's an arch and then I put a door in there? Does it then become a doorway?
If you can make an actual door using a carpentry check, sure, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Now,
Does the
there is
door
gonna-
need to have the door frame?
it has to have a door frame. Yes, it has to be an actual functioning.
So it has
door.
to be a functioning. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
All right, and buddy.
Sure. Using the nomenclature of door, does it basically has to be something door or door like?
This is that moment where we go. You
Minute and a half
must
in,
find
and
out
we're
in
already
game.
derailing the crap out of this.
so fun. So if you want to go around tapping your golden ticket on all kinds of walls and other things and seeing if it works, absolutely, I will tell you if it works or not.
Oh, I am so excited to find out in game. Okay.
So having found your golden tickets and have
Oh,
finally
oh.
figured out how to work it up.
He's
Yes.
not gonna pick me. He's not gonna pick me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're just walking down the street in town, in the human side of town, and I'm just going to randomly burst into somebody's house, streaking through the house with my ticket, run into the kitchen going, I'm sorry, this is for science, because I need a human-sized cabinet, and I tap it on the cabinet door and fling the door open in the kitchen. Does it work on cabinetry?
It does not work on cabinetry.
But it's a working door.
I look at the cabinet door and I scream, "You lied to me!" and then run back out of the house.
And the chef that was standing there is staring at the cabinet and then back to you, going,
What just happened?
"What the hell?"
As I'm heading out the door, I just over my shoulder, sorry, and just keep going.
Alrighty.
Oh, this is
So-
gonna be fantastic.
But now,
Having had your golden
now we've
tickets
learned.
and having found a door that works, which is at least your house doors, because at least I guarantee one of you have tried that for science. You have gone through into the Moongate Tavern. The Moongate Tavern is very much like what you're seeing on the screen. It is a mostly wooden building where it has a brick wall in the back. There are a few windows into there, and the windows, oddly enough, don't show anything, but have scenery outside, or at least it looks that way. It's mostly just painted onto the glass because don't open the windows.
That's a good safety that's a very good safety point. Don't open
And
the
literally,
windows.
there's a sign over the windows that says, don't open the windows.
All right, so it's actually posted, don't open the windows.
Yes, it is actually posted, do not open the windows.
I may need to make a wisdom check.
Yeah.
So is this like when riding the carriage to school when I was younger, that I could just crack it? It didn't really mean I couldn't open it, like if I want some fresh air.
So these windows look exactly like the normal windows you would find in pretty much any house or tavern. Like the upscale, because they actually have glass pane versus the just closed shutters.
Mm-hmm.
So it is more like ritzy in that sense. But other than that, yes, they look like they function normally.
Okay.
They just
Nice.
also happen to be painted on, so they look like they have Bob Ross style skies and trees out there. Because why not? We're just gonna go with Bob Ross themes here.
It's like Ace has a question.
Yes.
Mine is an actual legitimate information gathering question. So you said doorways. Does that include like trapdoors? Does that include? I'm assuming not like fence gates where you can see the other side, but like a trapdoor. If you tap it and open it, does that count?
Yeah, Ace, you're heading in the
Or
direction
does it
I was
need-
asking earlier.
Or
Yeah.
does it need to be
Yep.
like a full-sized, like meant to be a
So
home
to answer
door?
your question, I'm gonna unfortunately go right back to what I was going to with
Find out.
Held. Find out by testing it. If
Okay,
if
I
it
just-
works, great. If it doesn't,
If it doesn't, we all die.
Fantastic. I just wanted to see if that was something we might have known or not.
Yep. Unless you specifically want to have tested that, then yeah, sure, I'll give it to you. But it's like if you hadn't thought about it until just now, then you didn't think about it until just now.
No, I would have been probably pulled by my grandson.
Yeah.
Very harshly, almost popping out my arm socket as I get yanked into this mysterious doorway. So no, I would not have tested it.
So like I said, as you stepped in, you get to see the nice big wooden building with the brick wall in the back. Has an extremely large counter, and this building is significantly larger than you would have thought, because there is lots of tables and lots of counter space. That counter space is actually to scale. That is a monster counter. Now you will find that it is fairly busy in there at the moment, and by that I mean there's only a few tables that are available.
Nice.
Because you may have found yourselves a golden ticket, but so is everybody else, apparently. Or at least mostly things that you're familiar with, because there are lots of things you're not familiar with in here. Because they may or may not be things that are not from your world.
Yeah, I
'Cause you will
bounced real
see
quick too, Gray. It should be fine.
Yeah, I got a message for a second, and then it went away.
Yeah.
There are all kinds of creatures here as your normal. Like you see humans, you see gnomes, you see halflings, you see elves, you see orcs, you see goblins, and you see even what you think might be an ogre or something similar. Oddly enough, inside a tuxedo, and smoked a cigar, and you're not sure where the hell he came from.
But we might be finding out shortly.
Now, everyone can roll me a perception check if you'd like.
Ooh.
Okay.
'Cause, like I
First
said,
die rolls,
is
so I
it-
have disadvantage. Lucky me!
Pull up.
Of course, I'd hit the wrong button, which refreshed my page just as I asked you guys to do stuff.
So perception, right?
Perception. So if you're not sure, open up your character sheet and you
I got
will
it.
see perception.
So technically, that roll is not necessarily fully correct, as
Your characters are not 100%
Yeah, 10,
accurate
yeah.
here.
Mine is. I added in all my stuff, which means I very correctly have a 3.
I have an 18.
So you, in fact, trip on one of the boards on the floor, pulling, Badger down with you because, you're holding on to him.
I'm sorry, Gramps.
No.
And
Young
you, in fact,
kid.
trip, and the both of you land on top of a ferry.
Oh no!
Oh no. No.
Because the ferry was already on the floor because he tripped before you.
You're
Yeah.
smaller than me. That never happens.
Please.
Apologize. You don't just.
I'm sorry that you're smaller than
Nope.
me. No, wait.
No,
he means
no,
I'm sorry
no.
that I
So
tripped into
many
you.
I'm gonna smack his hand. No.
Wrinkles, no.
Apologize for hurting
Oh.
him.
Get off.
I stand him up and I try to like dust him off without pushing him horribly in the process.
He stands up and you see him totally ignoring you essentially, and just like pushing through his doublet and trying to get through whatever mail he has on him, and fix any of the creases and get the dirt and whatever like detritus that was from the floor off and out of his mail, make it perfect again. And you see him just trying to smudge through this one sort of stained spot in the chainmail that he just can't get rid of.
Your wings are amazing. I have to ask you, are they like?
I know.
Did they
Thank
come
you.
that way, or did you have them fabricated, or are they arcane in nature?
I was
How
born
are
with
you
them.
reacting to this?
How am I reacting?
Yeah.
Well, one, I'd say, well, sir, they're in my family. Everyone that is in my family has them. We all are adorned with this beautiful color that you see.
Like I'm literally like turning around him and trying to get a better look at them, and like
And I
listening to
will-
what he's saying and writing it
And-
down, but also
Like,
like just,
I would like to
are you
grab him
invading
by
like
the
my
ear.
personal space while you're doing that?
no, he's
would like to say
he's like at a good
before he
half
gets to that
arms
point.
range. He's like at a good
Uh-huh.
half arms range, which I mean for someone of his size means about a quarter arms range. But he's just like kind of like bending over and looking, like not making any contact, but just like trying to see how it all works.
And in the ducking, dodging, diving, dipping, and dodging that you are doing,
Wrench.
it will, I will reach over and grab you by the tip of the ear and start dragging you away.
Ow,
Do
ow,
not
ow,
do
ow,
that
ow,
to normal
ow,
people.
Ow, ow.
Come on. Let's
And
find a
having
table. I need to
seen-
sit down.
So,
Having seen that, I definitely would look confused more than anything. And go back to my mail, almost obsessively trying to get rid of that dirt or whatever's on there.
so
Oh, wait,
everybody
hold on a
has.
second.
Okay.
Never mind. Keep going. I didn't put something on there.
No worries. So everyone has, in fact, not found a adequate table because some of you have decided to see if you can surf on floorboards, and you are instead being slowly pushed towards the bar as more people are shuffling in.
How
Now,
many people are in this bar?
Ha. Okay.
Uh,
But as he's walking away, I walk back over to the gentleman that I besmirched, and I ran through a wall. We'll go over this way. And I'm like,
sorry, this is actually set up accurately.
no, that's fine. And I'm like, excuse me, if you want, I can fix the smudgy on the armor. It's your choice, but I can fix that for you from here if you want.
You can.
Yeah, it's no problem. And he pulls.
I can be flawless again.
Yes, and he pulls out what looks like a spanner, except that he plays with it for a second. And as he's manipulating the spanner, you see that the smudges on the armor disappear as I'm casting prestidigitation through my tools. And there you are, perfectly clean.
Oh, Oh, I can finally breathe again. My father would be proud.
I am glad your father is proud. My grandfather is not. Sorry again for the interruption, and I go running back across the bar. Whee!
And that entire conversation probably has happened before Badger starts to. Oh no, where'd he go?
It's day out with Grandpa, and Grandpa's lost the kid already.
Wow. I guess then I'll follow after this kid. Like, do you actually appear as a kid or no? Like, do I see
appear
you?
to be a young gnome, which
Okay.
means I am probably 40 or 50, but to the 300-some-year-old Methuselah with a trip-over beard,
Yeah.
I am always going to be the young whippersnapper. It's
Okay.
for him, I'm always a probie. That's all there is to it.
So, just so you're aware, buddy, if you put your cursor over one of them, you will actually see their character.
Okay. I see that now.
Yep. So you get to see their descriptions, just like they can see yours by putting their cursor over you.
That's why chat has already looked at your fabulous wings.
Well, then I'd say son, and then I would flip you, say like a silver for a drink.
Think nice.
Yep.
And he runs away.
Yep.
So as everybody's slowly getting pushed towards the bar, because like I said, the place is filling pretty dang fast.
Mhm.
To answer your question of like how big is this place, you were probably seeing about 10 or so tables on this floor.
On this floor?
Yes. You can see, in fact, that there are stairs that were near the entrance off to the left-hand side that
Mhm.
lead up. Now, you are unaware of if that is another level of bar or if that's rooms or not, but you can definitely hear that people are walking around above you.
All right. I'd like to pull a chair over to the bar so I can
There
stand.
are actually stools at the bar. I just couldn't
stools,
find
okay.
I couldn't find a correct icon at the moment.
Then I at least like to climb up onto.
So
On
as
the
soon as
stool.
you touch the stool,
Yeah.
you get pulled through the floor and land on it.
Hold on. What?
You get pulled through the floor and land on top of it.
On top of the
And
stool or on top of
on
the
top
floor?
of the store. On top of the stool.
Okay.
To everybody that was around you, it literally looks like he appeared out of nowhere on top of the stool.
Wow, that's a neat trick.
And you are watching the stool slowly look like it's ratcheting up to make it so that he's at, arm level with the
Proper height.
That's amazing. I slap one of the stools.
That feels really weird.
And you land on the stool.
Yay!
And the same thing happens. It starts ratcheting up.
Mhm.
As you are very much aware at this point, this is a terribly magical place. And it doesn't tend to make a whole lot of sense in the case of the chairs. Or at least you're not familiar with it. I will tell you this now. You don't even need the roll.
Yay!
At
Wow.
the moment, you will see you see like 3 people behind the bar, but
Mhm.
2 of them are not actually interacting with anyone at the bar. You only see 1 gentleman at the bar. That is the man at standing dead center, but he is actually, in fact, on this side because I had him in the fun spot in the dead center. He's dealing with another patron at the moment.
Okay. I will snap my fingers, trying to get one of the bartender's attention.
A bucket of water lands on top of you.
A bucket of water lands on top of me.
Yep. You just had water dumped on you.
I dry him off.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Is it shrinking? Is it? Oh, is it? Is this? No! My father will not be proud. No, I can't. I can't. No.
I dry off his clothes. Pink.
I don't know how you keep on doing this, little man, but I need you to stay near me.
Okay.
Oh, that'll change so quickly.
It won't adjust.
And what is your name, little? I assume you're gnomish of character of kind.
I am.
Oh, I have not seen many of your of you in my parts.
Well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Nathaniel Lodi, Kelwar Omros, Rashik Tamarin, Elisek, Ephemeris, Zanyar, Orlin, Kazviz, Gadri, Penazu, Deepak. And this is my grandpa, Badger.
His name is Nathan. Nathaniel. Nathaniel, right?
Nathaniel,
What?
yes. Or Nathan.
His name is Nathaniel. Badger, pleasure to meet you.
Badger, I shake their hands and then I will introduce myself. I am Rochi, Cloud Crystal. I am of the Cloud Crystal family. My father Novus and Jara. We hail from the Feywild. We pop in and out wherever we like. In most cases, love a good circus every now and then. And I will say, if anyone here enjoys a good fancy game of dice or cards, I would be happy to relieve them of any coin they might have.
I love dice and cards, but I'm really bad at them.
I absolutely love games of chance. But just understand, you always lose in my bar.
Always lose. No. That's not something that I'm familiar with. Cloud
Most
crystals
people
don't
aren't,
lose.
but then again, it doesn't truly matter. It still happens.
Cloud crystals don't lose.
Crystals,
I just want to point out to everyone that Ace's brain has broken.
I don't know if I can look at Morden while he has that. I don't think I can actually keep a
All right,
straight
Morden,
face.
hold the mustache with one hand and twirl the tip with the other.
No.
Oh my god.
just wait, Ace, until I get the real mustache to put there
Oh,
and the
God.
monocle.
Genuinely, I am so excited. I just don't know if I'll be able to keep a straight face.
You're welcome, guys. I did not think this was going to bring people as fast as it did, but I love it.
It's great.
Alrighty. Yes, most people lose in my bar. Just normally when I'm playing, but that's okay. If you want to play, that's fine. I have all the dice you can ever want, all inside this bag. And he starts pouring it onto the floor.
And who are
it
you?
doesn't seem to stop. Oh, me. I'm Dalton. I'm Dalton Hayward. I own this place. I run this place, and I control everything in here. By the way, the bag has not stopped pouring dice yet onto the floor.
Oh.
We're talking like a coin purse size bag, so nothing huge. But
Yeah.
you're just watching what looks to be a waterfall of dice coming out of this bag.
I have my head turned upside down trying to look into it. I go, it appears to be a subdimensional pocket. I'm unfamiliar with what realm it may be attached to, but it does appear to be a transdimensional system of some kind, allowing for greater storage in a location other than this material plane. Am I
It
right?
is in fact attached to the basement. Because you may or may not have figured it out yet, but you are no longer in your own plane.
All right, that's scary.
I mean,
Does that
a
explain?
token that could be tapped on any door, and you're suddenly able to come here. Did you think you were gonna be where you were before?
I thought it was just teleportation.
Okay, I can at least give you that for the first time.
Okay.
These are no simple magics.
I look over at I look over at Badger and I'm like, I think this is most definitely the farthest we've ever been from home because I don't know that this can get measured. Not in a linear sense.
Just patting his head. I think you're correct.
Between the folds and past where I've ever seen from the Feywild. This is this is all new to me.
Alrighty. So, now that I've gotten 3? There's 3 of you, right?
Yep.
I can't look down that far right now. The bar is too big. All right. Now that I've gotten the 3 of you here, and you've seemed to have made your introductions, at least I hope you have, what do you guys want to drink? I have almost anything you can think of, and if I don't have it, I could probably fake it.
Milk for the little one.
Could you sucker punch a rabbit for me?
I could, but the rabbit won't be all that happy.
By milk,
And-
he means me.
And he walks. Yeah, he walks away. He walks away and goes to get the cup of milk with a 2 drops of meat in it, and makes a sucker punch for a rabbit, which I'm going to. Yep, I'm going. It is made just as you said it. A single tea bag steeped in a large mug with a pinch of elven ale. Now, the fact that he understood and knows what that actually is a little disturbing to you, like for more reasons than one. And the fact that he, made a joke about it probably didn't help any.
I stand there a little bit confused because I was not expecting him to know a drink that my grandmother created.
It's okay. Most people don't understand that you tell me any drink and I can almost always make it work because I know what you want before you tell me. It's so much fun.
What do I?
Thank you for the follow.
Let's see here. You want your grandson to stop driving everybody else nuts, but that's all that's in your head right now.
I don't drive everyone else nuts. I expand horizons.
Let it just. That's what we've been telling you.
Expanding horizons, huh?
Is there a
Yes.
tool for that?
There is a tool for expanding horizons, but normally it's a rather messy one. And also, it's a very painful one, because most people who have their horizons expanded too much can't come back.
I'm very careful.
And Ace, to answer your question, if you tell me what you wanted, he will absolutely walk back with it. If you
Oh
were
no, I was
thinking about
actually. I was gonna play right into it. You were just gonna guess something and be like, "You're right."
Now, I am going to make the assumption now that you are all very new to this place.
Yes.
Absolutely correct.
Yes.
We're not
Yeah,
new. We've been here at least 8. We're not new. We've been here for 30 minutes.
Are you sure it's only been that long?
Has it only been 30 minutes for you?
I mean, I felt like
Are
I
you
felt
sure
like
you haven't been drinking yet?
Nope.
All right, never mind. Don't answer that question. I already know. Now, Gray, what is your character doing? Because you would have come in around the same time as them and have been slowly being either moved towards the bar. In your case, you actually rolled high enough to find a table if you wanted one. But
He
you
is
would be
slowly
forced to
trying
sit
to
with other
ignore us
people.
as much as possible.
No, I actually have walked up to the bar there, and I'm standing a few feet off, actually just watching all of this and giggling every now and again, chuckling. But I've been quiet so far.
Okay, so let's go and get. Is Badger really your name? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, Sindri's your name. Okay, let's walk. Give me a moment. Let me go get you your drink.
Badger is his nickname, and occasionally his shape.
A druid. Got it. One moment, please. You will, as he walks up to the door, opens it, you will see a swirling light coming through the door for just a moment. It is in blue and purple hues, and then he closes it, and the light is completely blocked off. You are unsure as to why the light does not make it through the door, but magic is magic.
I mean, that's compared to the windows that aren't windows and the stools that are self-adjusting and the bag that empties the basement out onto the counter in a never-ending loop that at some point is going to absorb the counter into the basement to drop the counter on itself. I mean, realistically, a glowing interdimensional portal is nothing.
Yep. So, after, say, about a minute, Dalton comes back out through the door, walks up to Sindri, and puts a drink out in front of him. It's in a bottle, it's bright red, and he doesn't tell you what it is.
I'm too old for reservations, and I will drink it.
I mean, you can make them, but you might not live long enough to be able to be there on time.
So,
Unfortunately, you can't see the change of the lights because they're on that wall and not the green screen.
It is
but I'll give you your points back.
Very sweet,
Coming
like
in
almost
a weekend
like
where,
licorice style
a show
drink,
where we're not running a game, and you'll be able to see all the lights
It does not burn
change.
at all. You drink it with no problem. And after, say, about 30 seconds or so, you start to feel a little bit buzzed from it, even though you haven't drank more than maybe 2 mouthfuls. So you can conclude that this stuff is very strong.
Thomas, thank you for the gift sub.
I approve.
So, how did you guys come across your own token? And please don't tell me you stole it. That is the most common answer I get here, and I would love a real story.
I found it, and it had a second one, and I gave it to my grandpa so that we could both come here at the same time, even though we didn't know where here was yet. It's a little bit weak of a story, but I'm willing to go with it.
Well, it's still better than I stole it from a dead guy. That's been the common theme here.
I didn't steal anything from dead guys. Although I would argue that stealing from dead guys may in fact be impossible, as the dead can no longer have ownership. I mean, it's really more of a legal question, and I'm not a barrister, so it doesn't matter to me, but,
I mean, you're not wrong. You could definitely claim that, being dead means it no longer has ownership. Just be careful when the dead come back, because, that happens every once in a while.
I would definitely say that undead could have ownership. It's just that it's that middle period where you go from being alive to undead, that short phase in the middle, where I think all your stuff resets.
That's an interesting thought. I may have to look into that. One moment.
You made
Hey,
Dalton
Kevin.
I can guess himself.
Yeah, boss. Can you go up to the 3rd floor and check something for me? 3rd floor?
I pull on
the 3rd floor.
I pull on Badger's sleeve and I whisper to him and go, "He's gonna kill Kevin to see if he loses his stuff."
I sure hope he's not killing anybody.
So, what I want you to do, Kevin, is go to the 3rd floor for me, and after today is over, we will do some testing. Also, I'm sending you to the 3rd floor, so see you in a bit. And he stomps his foot down, and you see Kevin go through the floor like you did to go through to get onto the stools, and Kevin's gone.
Okay, hold on a second. I must make a willpower. I must make a wisdom check because I have just realized something important.
I don't think you did.
And my total is a 1. There's stools on the 3rd floor!
I mean, yes, there are stools on the 3rd floor, among other things. Alrighty. So, anybody else want a drink? Because I'm feeling really light here on the drinking portion. As he says this, he's holding a crystal cup in one hand, and he has a bottle in the other that you saw him pull from under the counter. Now, the crystal cup he's had in his hand the whole time, but the cup the bottle he just pulled out, and he pours himself a drink. The smoke coming off the top of it is probably fairly thick and yellowish in hue. So it shouldn't really be doing that, but it didn't do that when the stopper was off the bottle. It only happened when he poured it into the cup.
At first,
amazing.
At first, I was definitely, oh no.
Bloop.
At first, I was definitely, oh no, that's great. Are we back?
We are back. We are not back. We are back.
No.
There we are.
All right.
Yay!
Yay.
Yeah.
Just happened. Oh, nope. Yes. What
Yeah,
just
you're
happened?
here.
You disappeared, but you came back. Apparently, you went to the 3rd floor for a minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, Badger.
Wrong person! Wrong person!
I caught you before you made it all the way there. It's fine. Badger, what Badger saw was literally an open space of absolute nothing, and then you saw a glimpse of a room with a bunch of tables on it and like broken furniture and other things for just a second before showing back up on the stool.
I
And
was imagining.
and poor Frank and a Cinnabite going,
I have such sights to show you.
I was
And
imagining portal above, portal below type situation of just.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that's kind of what was happening with the dice. Because, the dice are not on the counter anymore. Hi, Rose!
Nice.
Like my mustache. Isn't it nice?
And originally, I was gonna go for what Badger had to drink, but after seeing that display, I'm not sure. Although what you have there, Dalton, looks quite elegant, and he reaches his hand over kind of delicately, almost to take whatever glass is there, to try and pour himself some.
As you try to reach over the counter, your arm, in fact, does not make it that far. This is a very large counter, and
when you have very
just,
small
like,
arms.
and you are, in fact, also have very small arms. So, Dalton, seeing what you're attempting to do, puts one of the the crystal cups on the counter and pours a little bit for you. We are talking like an inch of Scotch style level pour, where he literally filled the cup for himself.
All right, and then
I recommend, if you're gonna try this, start here.
I was gonna.
Most people find it interesting. And by that I mean they get drunk really quickly.
Yeah. Well, and Morton, is this sorry, Dalton? Is this a sipper or a shooter?
This is you could technically do either, but I'd recommend sipping at least the first time. He
You
says
recommend-
this and then literally drains the whole glass himself.
Whoa. Then in kind, just to match his fervor, I'll do the same exact thing. I'll just house the glass that he just gave me.
So you grab the glass and you take the shot, you get it all the way up like this, and you don't really stop falling back. And you suddenly don't remember why you were on the floor.
Morden,
Yes, I see. I see an elephant.
I believe we just we just purchased a mustache for you.
It's the only way I'm gonna get a real one. I guess I'll take it.
So can you describe that one more time for me?
So as you take your drink and you're sticking your head up and leaning back to drink the whole thing down like he did, you keep going. You space out in the middle of the drink. You lose like your surroundings for a moment, and you fall off the stool.
Okay.
And you
And
don't remember why you're on the floor. But in fact, you know you're on the floor, and you know you're dirty because you fell on the floor.
Well, I immediately, I guess my perception is that I was here, and then now I'm here. Like
Oh, you
staring.
remember
second.
getting on the stool. You,
Yeah.
in fact, do not remember how you got off the stool.
Uh-huh.
You also don't remember drinking the drink.
Then, if anything, I'd probably look over at Nathan, who's sitting next to me, and I was the. Now I'm.
It's
Like I said, it's really
magic.
strong stuff.
I need a drink.
I just
No,
gave
you
you one.
just had one. That was the problem. You need
No,
an undrink.
An undrink? No, I need a drink. I'm parched. If anything, the fact that I fell over means that I definitely need something to drink.
I mean,
What-
you just parched into the floor.
So just everybody is aware and sees this. Dalton reaches under the counter, pulls out another glass and in this case, it's actually a tankard, and fills it from the barrels to behind him, and slides it down the left side of the bar, away from where Gray is currently sitting, to one of the patrons that had just finished his drink, and it stops right in front of him.
Like magically just stops? Or-
Might be magic, might be sleight of hand. You're not 100% sure. If you want to take a perception check, go for it.
Sure. There. I hope I don't roll a 1 again.
Oh, you are almost 100% sure that he did that out of sleight of hand.
Okay.
You don't think you saw any magic, and Gray, you are 100% sure you did not see magic. He just did that with, his own dexterity.
Some things are done with magic, some are done with skill. That was a skill.
Exactly.
I'll look at Dalton, wink, finger gun, and go smooth.
So does this mean you want to try another drink?
No, I still need my first one.
Oh, no, that was why you were on the floor. That you had your first one.
How did a drink put me on my ass?
Because it was a good one.
I mean, you're not wrong, kid, but
I'm 45 years old.
I remember when I was 45 once, or twice, 3 times. How many times have I been 45 now? I stopped counting after a while. So,
All right. I mean, yes. Drink.
he pours him another one, but this time it's twice as much. You want to try it too? He looks at both. He looks at both Badger and at Nathan.
Mr. Rochi, I highly recommend sippy, just a tippily, because that way maybe you'll only blink and not lose a minute.
Well,
I've
I
lived
don't
long
know.
enough not to make that decision.
Well, I think I would probably listen to Badger more than I might listen to Nathan. Just you look like you have some years on you, with some potential, like wisdom in that regard. So, considering I'm not familiar with the establishment, I'll go the route of sipping, if that's the case.
I mean, I did kind of recommend it from the beginning, but I do approve of your enthusiasm in trying to mimic me drinking. But yeah, that was probably not your smartest call. That's
I
fine.
enjoyed the research.
Research?
Yep, that was absolutely some research.
What did you let him do to me?
Well,
didn't do
to be
anything.
fair,
You
it
drank
was
it.
entirely your own choice. I was just an observer. I observed you drink the entire drink. I observed you go stiff as a board. You changed to about 16 different colors, bounced onto the floor, stood back up, blinked again, and said, "I'd like a drink, please."
Sounds like a reasonable response.
Fairly
wait.
accurate.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want a drink?
Confused, just more than confused.
Please.
And I
That,
just sip. I just
piqued
sip.
my interest.
Oh, you want to try it too? Sure. He pours it into a glass for you. He gives you the 1 inch like he did for. I am going to butcher your character's name to no end, buddy. I'm sorry. How do you say it again?
Rochi.
Yep, Rochi. Thank you. He pours.
It's
he pours
spelled
it
in
with his
Italian,
name-
apparently.
He pours you that 1 inch. He pours you like a 1 inch into the glass this time because he's giving you a glass.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend you sip it. I mean, if you don't, that's fine. I enjoy the show either way because it's always a lot of entertainment here. Just give it 5 more minutes, and he points at a random table, and you see a bunch of orcs around. They're going to start singing shortly because they always do.
I look over at Gray and I'm like, I would warn you that it's probably going to stunt your growth, but I mean, you're well beyond that becoming a concern.
I smile, pick up the glass, swirl it.
See,
So
he's
it's
the
Dalton.
only human-sized person that's currently standing here aside from Dalton.
And I slam it back.
You have a similar experience. The difference being you being a little taller, your feet actually hit the rail on the bottom of the bar. So as you start to fall back, you would, well, you don't feel it, but it happens. You feel like your feet get stuck to the little rail, so you don't fall off, but you also don't remember what happened and why you suddenly started to look like you were falling off the chair.
Ooh, when his feet get stuck to the rail, does he like stop falling for a second and just remain perfectly horizontal because the magic of the tavern is that fucking weird? And then a second later, he finally hits the ground.
So basically, it's that moment of imagine you're starting to you're at the middle of the the seesaw, and you're bored going across it. He starts to fall back, but something grabs him by his feet, so he bends and bows.
Nice.
But doesn't quite fall. And as he's coming forward, it's literally that motion of like, I'm leaning to one side. I'm almost going to fall, but no, I think I'm okay. I'm okay. Yep, I'm good. I'm good. I'm upright.
Odin?
So, how was your first experience with, Forgetfulness Draft? At least that's what I like to call it because it does that to everybody else with me. There are lots of things I wish to forget, and this does not work.
Do I have any money on me?
Everybody has at least 5 gold on them.
I will take out a gold and put it on the counter for the pun, or for the not pun but humor of that situation.
I mean, I'll gladly take it. You already owe about that much anyway if I'm counting you and the kitty.
I will pull out another gold and put that on the counter.
Thank you. You see the coins disappear from off the counter.
Got it, Thomas.
He doesn't
thanks.
grab them; they just disappear off the
They
counter.
just nice.
Yep. So, did you guys have any plans on going anywhere after this, or you didn't? Because
I'll
there
fix
are
it
rooms
after
on the second
after the
floor.
thing.
You can stay up there
I
unless
don't know if I want to go to the second floor. That's where I
No,
went
no.
before.
No. You almost went to the third floor.
Oh,
The third
what's
floor
up
is
the third
completely.
floor?
The third floor is storage, mostly, sorta.
And a dead
Mostly.
Frank?
Insight check.
No,
No,
Kevin.
Kevin is absolutely fine. He's been there before. He knows exactly what's going to happen.
Poor Kevin.
And yes, you can roll your insight check.
Oh, that was serious. Okay.
Insight. Voila.
I assume you have a bonus of some sort in your wisdom of at least.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
Wisdom
roll
would be
my insight
highest.
check because I have disadvantage. And I rolled a total of a 1. Thanks, Bacon.
You are 100% confused by that comment and have no idea what's going on anymore.
It doesn't matter because I trust everyone.
Exactly. For everything that you're aware, he has not lied once.
Okay.
That does not mean he's told you the whole truth. He just has not lied.
No, you don't. Keep picking on me. It's hilarious.
But yes, you only made it to the second. Excuse me. You went to the third floor where we keep all the storage. Now, I also keep storage in the basement, but most of that is for cheaters' dice because people like to cheat a lot, and I take the dice from them. That's also why there's so many dice in that bag. But then again, I normally let you use your own dice.
Are there any napkins or any napkins or
Not-
anything that's on the bar?
There is nothing on the bar, but you also notice that you're not leaving like if you left your cup on the bar, there's no water ring or anything like that on it. Even though there is definitely like perspiration on
Okay.
even though there's your cups are like the glass is actually perspirating, it doesn't appear to actually stay on the bar.
Then I want to ask Dalton. Can I have a napkin, or whether cloth or not? I just need it for the moment while I'm sipping on this.
Also, Thomas, did you have 5 major encounters
sure.
you wanted?
He reaches under the counter and grabs a rag.
Positives or negatives?
Okay. I tuck it into the top of the mail, so I basically have a bib right now, and and I'm very delicately sipping the drink that he gave me, trying not to spill. I'm like hunched over, trying not to get it on anything that I'm wearing.
It's unusual for fairies to be wearing stuff like that. But, you could probably take that off here. I can 100% guarantee you that it will not get stolen if you decide you want to take it off.
I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I necessarily should or not. This is an heirloom.
All of them, or are you getting a split? Because technically you have 5.
Yeah. Heirlooms are, one of those things people should keep around for a while, I guess.
I mean, I
should make a couple, but I don't really have kids, so I guess I don't have anyone to inherit, so an heirloom kind of goes out the window at that point. Just not those windows. Don't open those windows, please. I don't feel like dealing with what comes in through those windows again. It takes a little while. I slowly
turn back towards the windows with crazy eyes.
If you've turned around, everybody's at the counter sees him essentially, do this over him, and you see Nathan get whipped around to face forward.
Whoopsies!
Just the stool spins.
Whee!
As you're like turning on your stool, the stool is turning against you.
And he's just like, nope, like I said, don't open the windows. I could deal with it, no problem. Some people might not be so happy. Buddy, that is a +1 to your next roll, no matter what the roll is.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
Yep. They can also impose advantage or disadvantage on your next roll if they decide to, or a few other things.
Don't worry, I'm the only one that gets disadvantage on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and Nathan, I noticed that you're pretty handy with clearing up certain messes. How might I retain your services?
Oh, are you one of those people that does that, prestidigitation stuff?
No, that's me. I prestidigitated.
Yeah. Interesting. I was expecting it to come from the other one. But then again,
he's dealing with that one.
Okay, so he gets cleaning duty. Got it. I mean, that makes sense. He is a kid.
I do this, and I hold out my hand and grow a flower.
And I do this.
Tree hugger. Got it.
I do this, and then it just water sprinkles on the flower out of nowhere. And then it grows better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then I make it very thorny.
Interesting. Well, that's that's a fun little combo if you ever want to go gardening. He puts one glass in front of all of you, and by this he means you see the glass appear in front of you, and it's everybody at the counter. Well, since it's your first time here and I'm feeling generous, everybody gets a drink.
Yay!
And hold on for just a moment here. I need to inform the staff real quick.
He needs to inform the staff that he's giving everybody a shot?
Yeah, well, I gotta tell them that everybody's getting a shot because some people get a little bit dumb when they get a shot. I don't mean they got shot
I'm
with a
already
crossbow.
there.
I mean, you have that table of orcs over there.
Oh no, they're not. They're
I just
not
drank my drink.
staff.
I mean, if anything, I
don't feel anything currently.
Okay.
Now,
like they were about
I
to
drink
put on a
more of it.
show. I love shows.
they'll start singing soon. Trust me, they always do. There are a few others around that you're gonna see do other things. Most likely, we just gotta wait a little bit and hopefully they show up. Because there's a couple I'm hoping to show up. Because I love it when bards show up. Man, they play some good music. They make some really fun stories, and it's really, really interesting when you get people from, Eberron showing up and telling their stories, and then all of a sudden someone's from like Baldur's Gate going, "Where the is that place? What are you talking about?" But anyway, yeah. 1 second. Hey, Jimmy. Yes, yeah, Jimmy. Everybody's getting a shot. So just let Bruno know. All right.
Bruno.
No,
We don't talk about
we do
it.
not talk about Bruno.
You see the other gentleman that was behind him, who had been what appears to have been basically just counting the barrels and making sure that they're full. Runs over to the ogre that you saw in the suit and whispers in his ear, and you see him start laughing, and he nods, and Jimmy runs back.
I lean over to I lean on the counter trying to get closer to Dalton, which means I'm still an entire body length away from him. The guy in the suit's name is Bruno.
At least that's what I call him. I mean, he has another name, and it's a lot harder to say for at least me because
I am familiar with that problem.
Yes, I remember hearing your introduction. So let's see here. We got let's see.
So basically, during all of this, I just have absolute childlike wonder at the ridiculous amount of magic and people from all everywheres around us, and like just mind exploding constantly with the arcane possibilities that are required to keep not only this tavern working, but from eating itself. Because we have definitively determined that we have an extra dimensional space in an extra dimensional space in an extra dimensional space. Therefore, this place, we may already be dead.
Yep, this place, in fact, should not exist. You are absolutely correct.
Yep.
So he passes out the drinks. By that I mean, like you saw the glasses pop up in front of everyone. They are empty for a moment. He pulls out a cup and he pours it into his cup. And as he's pouring it into his cup, you see everybody else's cups fill. And he says, "Cheers to all the new patrons, and let's hope that this stays a blissful day." And he drinks his drink in one shot.
Gee, that's not grim and foreboding at all.
I mean, sometimes people decide to be dumb and get rowdy. So does everybody drink? I know Nathan does.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So everybody has taken their drink. They're feeling good. The day is going fine.
And then
You've lost complete track of time.
And then
You
the
may or may-
Hangover movie starts.
You may or may not have remembered vaguely this happening about 5 or 6 or 10 or 20 more times. And then you don't remember much.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey Gramps, I found a pair of tickets to get into a really exclusive tavern. Maybe we should go check it out. That was where it began. I am Nathaniel Lodi, Kelwar, Umros, Rashik, Tamrin, Elisek, Famris, Zanyar, Orlin, Caspiz, Gadri, Panuzu, Deepback. Or at least, I was. Now, I'm not so sure. This is the story of how my grandfather, 2 strangers, and myself became something we never thought we would be. Or even could be. How we became more than we were. And, hopefully, how we can become ourselves once again. I just wanted to point out to everyone watching, we are right now about to be where Morton thought the campaign was starting, and that whole hour of goofy improv was because we're crazy and wanted to start with the characters pre-tavern, and he's never done that before with this campaign. So he had no idea how any of that was going to work.
Yep. So, thanks.
About to get real.
So, everybody, roll me a con check, and I'm going
Too
to
late.
actually 1 second.
I fail.
Yeah, probably. But
Is it con?
yes, but give me just a moment. It's going to be a slightly different con.
A Bacon, do I have a normal check on this, or am I rolling at disadvantage again?
I don't know why yours did that. I got to fix that.
Mwahahaha.
Apparently, I get a +1 on this one.
It might have been because I had my window open at the time. It's on cooldown. Yay!
There we go. That's a little better.
I
These are
rolled
cool.
an 8.
All right, so everybody's opened up their new character sheets and have rolled for that one.
And no one knows what that means because I have a picture of my character holding a golden ticket on the screen.
I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket.
You said Constitution check or saving throw?
Constitution save, actually, if it makes a difference.
It doesn't on my character, but it's better than
At this level, I don't think it will.
So.
Oh yeah, well, depending on if you
Normal
have proficiency
saving
or not.
So on yours, yeah, once you click Constitution, you hit saving throw, correct. So every last one of you wakes up with a blistering headache. That was just to see how hungover you were. So everybody is waking up. They're on the floor. As you wake up and are looking around the tavern, mostly,
What are
you are assured that you're still in the tavern because things are kind of where they were before, except for they're kind of in a wreck. Well, it looks like you guys are waking up. Did you have fun? Because I can tell you my tavern didn't, but I did. I thought it was thoroughly enjoyable. But this is a little bit too much.
I'll look around. Is the tavern
like
just
somebody cast Toll of the Dead on me? Oh.
What was that, Ace?
I'll look around. Is the tavern okay,
So, like,
or does it look like
chairs
the
are
third floor?
broken. Chairs are broken. Tables are flipped. Some of them are cracked. The bar looks completely fine, but the barrels behind it are broken. But like I said with the cup, there doesn't appear to be any drinks on the floor. Or at least you don't think there is because you can't see as well because you're not exactly that. So actually, no, you're a lot taller now. Never mind. You absolutely can see.
I am
over
a
there.
lot taller now.
You can absolutely see over the lip of the bar. There doesn't look like there's anything on the floor. No liquids, no nothing. But it looks like there was a giant bar.
Oh,
fight.
jeez.
And this is where everybody gets to see what everybody else got. Because if you guys aren't aware of what just happened,
They're not. So
everybody-
explain to chat what just happened and why I did a costume change.
So chat, just so everybody is aware and familiar, the party has in fact decided to pick what they were going to turn someone else into, because since this little incident has occurred, Dalton has decided to change everybody into something else because magic, and he gets to do whatever the hell he wants while he's in the bar, as you may have figured it out. We have our friendly, Gray, Badger, Nathan, and Rochi, and they are no longer a gnome, a human, and a fairy. They are in fact now something that looks human but has very long fangs. A very tall fearbog, a drow, and a twirtle.
I like turtles.
They may or may not also have some really weird.
One
other
of
things
you
that happen.
glorious birds threw a turtle at somebody, and I love you. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey, second.
Yeah.
Wait until you see what class they're playing.
Oh no!
You are going to be very sad. You are going to be very sad you did not get the turtle.
That's
So-
okay.
Yeah.
No,
So-
Morden is going to be very sad I didn't get the turtle because now I just throw mechanical spiders at him instead.
And you know exactly
There.
what class it plays just by me saying you're missing out on the class.
So, they have been altered ever so slightly into something they were not before, and in fact have had all of their stats rearranged to deal with the fact that they are no longer the class they were before.
Yup.
Yup.
Okay, so I wake up, and the first thing I realize is the bar shrank. And I go,
Yep.
the bar shrank. And then I see that my hand is, well, not gnome colored.
Yes, sir. It is, in fact, not gnome colored anymore.
And then I'm like, ah! and I run to the door.
You run to the door.
Is it daylight outside?
The door won't open.
Oh, come on, just get. I'm not leaving. I promise.
Okay, you open.
I run to the door. It's daylight outside.
Yep.
I scream and fall to the ground in pain. And I pull down my goggles. What happened? It's bright out there and it hurts. And it's not hungover hurt. It's other bright hurt. What's going on? Grandpa, what happened?
The door closes on its own. Well, to answer the question, even though I'm not Grandpa, I might be older than Grandpa though. I'm not gonna play that game. Is you, like most of the other patrons last night, decided to have a little bit too much fun and destroyed parts of my bar. So, thankfully, no one got sent to any of the other floors, so you guys are good. Nope, there is no one else in the bar at all anymore. You are either the last group to wake up or the last group that's still here.
Or the only group that didn't get sent to the third floor or the basement.
Or the only group left alive in the tavern brawl.
I mean, I highly doubt that because I would be dead.
Yep.
Or
like
dead.
You don't even see the staff anymore. Like the staff's not even there. And by that I mean you don't see, Kevin, Jimmy, or Bruno.
Fair enough.
Oh, Kevin.
Poor Bruno. I'll miss him.
But
when you're saying that, when Dalton is saying that we destroyed this, in my drunken stupor or hungover stupor, I get up and I'm like, no, we could not have anything to do with this. We're much better upstanding beings, and in trying to get up. In this sense, I am now like on my back.
You are a lot more, back heavy than you were originally.
and finally, I get myself up and I realize I don't feel my wings, and I go to pat behind me, and I feel this hard like surface that's there, and sort of rough and everything, and I'm like, I have a growth. What is this? This is just no, please no. Nathan, can you please fix this?
You turn to look at Nathan, and you don't see Nathan anymore. Nor do you see Badger or Gray, but you're not really familiar with that much with Gray.
And then at which point I'll
I don't think I'm fixing that.
because his like fairy-like being is just no more, and it's this sort of rocky, scaly flesh with a set of claws now that he has in front of him that look like they've been digging through dirt and such.
Yeah, well, one claw, you definitely see one claw, and on the other hand, you see a scale gauntlet that, oddly enough, looks very familiar scales to you. It may or may not have been your scale mail that has been in fact turned into a scale mail gauntlet, just so you could have your heirloom still.
Oh boy!
Because you gotta keep your heirlooms.
If anything, like staring at it, I guess I would, it would resemble like what I was wearing before. So now it's fitted to the hand, is what you're saying, right?
Basically, yes. When the scale mail gauntlet is perfectly fitted to your hand, and it does
Your
not
new
come
hand.
off. Your new hand, and it does not come off.
Well, looking at it in a very confused way, I recognize it as the same size, and then I realize that I am much larger than I was before, and now, if anything, I'm just stumbling, trying to gain ground and figure out, my surroundings and sort of the height that I now have, or the growth, if you will.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of having that moment, especially the gnomes, because you just went from tiny to tall. You're what you feel like should be the normal level of movement, you feel like you're sprinting just because your legs are carrying you that much further.
Well, if anything, at the same time, really heavy too.
Yep. It'll feel kind of heavy for both of them, but it's not like overly so. You just kind of feel slightly awkward because you're moving, like everything feels smaller. And
I mean, yours is probably even worse, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you went from you went from like an inch tall to like 6 feet.
Well, it's like when you get new glasses and they're bifocals for the first time, and you zoom in unnaturally. So now you're taking really large steps just to be careful. For.
And in your case, if you fall over, you definitely have a can someone please kick me over? Kick me over. Anyway. So, like I said, whether you believe it or not, everybody in the bar was at fault for that one. Everybody got a little bit too much to drink, I think. Maybe some people just like to fight, so that just kind of happened. And I'm going to be nice, because you guys, I think, were only really just trying to defend yourself for the most part. And I don't think you caused any of the casualties.
Casualties?
Yeah, casualties. People got hurt. It's a bar fight. What do you expect?
I don't know. I've never been in a bar fight before, and why is my voice so much deeper than it was yesterday?
I'll get into that. But now that we've established that, something has happened to my bar, and I'm already sending people on errands to get what I need to fix it, it's your turn. Everybody gets to help. By that I mean I'm forcing you to help, so you don't kind of get a choice in the matter.
Well,
and to make sure that you understand that you don't get a choice in the matter, you could just take a look at yourself in the mirror, and a mirror appears right in front of you. This is why you no longer have a choice in the matter. You are no longer yourself anymore.
I look at the mirror and I go, I don't have a mustache. I don't have a mustache. And I run away from the group into the corner of the bar.
Honestly, Dalton, you could have picked a better tailor.
I could have, but I felt like it would be slightly more comfortable for me to laugh at you as you try to figure out what to wear.
I mean, come on, these are tattered.
They're not that bad. I've seen beggars with better. I mean, it ain't too bad.
I'm no beggar by any means.
Right now you are, because you got nothing.
I'm a cloud crystal. That doesn't happen. No.
Cloud crystal. Oh, you're one of those.
I could get a missive out to my family. They might be able to help pay for some of these damages, and you could let us go on our way.
I could do that, or I could ask you to do something really simple by going through the portal.
All right, so I come back around to the group, and now the dark elf, who is a dark elf and thus cannot possibly have facial hair, even though it happens in Baldur's Gate somehow, comes back, and the big gnomish mustache that he had before, he now has another one, but it's white because he's drow, but it looks exactly like his mustache, as he comes running back from the corner of the bar and acts like absolutely nothing is out of the ordinary, and it's always been there.
That's a nice mustache. I wasn't aware I gave it to you. That's good.
Did you just force grow a mustache?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure he just went and cut his own hair and made a mustache.
I will walk over and just...
Ow!
You are...
Run back to the corner.
So, Badger, just so you're aware, you just went and did that, and you watched him, get tapped and go down an extra foot further than you thought he was going to, because you're just that much taller and that much stronger than you were last time.
Oh, I thought he ripped the mustache off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I
tapped it. I thought he was tapping.
Yeah, he went to tug on the mustache and just ripped it off entirely. And I screamed and ran back into the corner.
All right. So as amusing as this is, I really need you guys to do something to, one, get back to where you were, and two, to fix the bar. This shouldn't be all that hard. I just need you to get some seeds for me. I have a garden upstairs, and I need to have a certain plant in my garden.
Sure, not a problem. He's back, and there's another mustache, although it looks like the one side of his lip is slightly swollen.
Yeah, it's normally not a problem, but this plant might be a small one for you guys, not huge. It shouldn't be a problem. No, never. But, so...
I mean, do we have choice matter?
Not really. I mean, you can decide to not do it, but remember, they like to say in one of those many worlds, all roads lead to Baldur's Gate. And I'll tell you, that's almost true. It's really all doors lead to the Moon Gate, and you'll eventually come back here. So, next time you come back here, please have my stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I just got this shiny new shield.
You got a little bit more than a shiny new shield. I'm just telling you. You also got a nice shiny shell on your back.
It's a back shield.
Oh no.
Yeah, you are not wearing any armor whatsoever. You just have the shield in your shell.
Can it do anything for me?
Maybe.
It clashes with everything here.
So he says maybe, and as soon as he says maybe, you see a dagger fly past his head and bounce off of your shell. It might help you a little bit.
Quite useful.
So, but that's just more to make sure that you actually have a chance if something decides to mess with you, maybe. But I'm pretty sure most of you don't really want to stay with the way you look like, and if you do decide to, that's all on you. Well, we can have that conversation when you're done. But that being said,
So
I really need you to go and get me that seed now. It's in a grove. I'm gonna drop you near there because the portal in the back can allow me to drop you anywhere I kind of want. It's kind of how I get supplies when I need them. I just send Kevin and Jimmy through normally, unless we're talking about certain areas. I'll send Bruno.
So, Dalton, I have a question.
Yes, Nathan.
I point to Rochi, and I go, is he by any chance Fey-touched and adolescent?
So, is Rochi considered to be young or not? Is the question. Like, meaning, like, are we talking teenager or are we talking?
Well, there's a difference from fairy versus turtle standards.
Obviously, but
right. When you were a fairy, were you considered a teenager? Because your age doesn't change. It just changes your mentality. In this particular case, you are not going to be if you were 300 years old and you changed over to what you were, you are not going to suddenly die because that race is not able to be 300. You're technically all at about the age of 20-ish for a human in current form.
Yeah. So it definitely would be more more like think somewhere between high school and college age.
that works for me.
Yeah.
So, he was Fey-touched. He's kind of Fey-touched now.
And adolescent.
I mean, all of you are probably around the age of 20-ish, if we're going to say you were human.
Is he also perhaps an assassin? Because then he's a adolescent Fey-touched assassin turtle.
He is not an assassin.
Oh, adolescent Fey-touched assassin turtle. Adolescent Fey-touched assassin turtle.
That's a beautiful idea. I may have to do that. We'll just have to make sure we get a rat man as his teacher.
Absolutely.
We'll just call him, Lumber or something. I don't know.
Or just a thought. The next time 4 strangers walk into the bar, adolescent Fey-touched assassin turtles. 4 of them.
If they come in and start ordering
have to work
pizza, we might
together.
have a problem.
Uh,
I'm just helping you out, giving you ideas so that this goes away faster.
Maybe. You can keep giving me ideas. That's fine. You see a notebook appear above his head, and a quill starts writing into it. And I'll note that down for the future, just in case if this ever happens again, which I'm gonna put in place more ways to stop that from happening. I just might have to make more Brunos. So
Anyway,
anyway,
just had to make more Brunos.
you guys best be following me through the door here. And he walks over to the door.
mhm.
Meow.
And kicks it open and walks in. So,
Bruh.
you guys have got the nice, easy, pleasant surprise. Some of the people who, did most of the beating and stuff like that didn't get such a pleasant surprise. You're going to get to walk through the portal and get to do things a lot of people never get to do in their whole entire life.
I was a gnome. I was already
Buddy.
a lot of things that people don't get to do in their entire life.
Go around
Yes,
the bar.
be very, very small. You actually have to go around the bar. The bar is, in fact, an obstacle.
So go move here, then
Uh-huh.
move up, then move over, then move up.
Yeah,
I can
Yeah,
confirm.
actually-
I can confirm that Eldest Deer has difficulties with this in real life on occasion.
He's not wrong.
so as much as your gnomeness over here is making jokes about it, you guys are gonna walk through this giant portal. The portal is in fact, say, from floor to ceiling. It is spherical and it is probably about 15 feet tall. It is a fairly large high ceiling.
That would have been much more impressive when I was only 3 feet tall. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yep, probably would have been, but nobody picks something small. It is also about 15 feet wide, so it is perfectly spherical. And yes, it is spherical, just like you're seeing on there. It is not an archway. So you're gonna walk through. It's gonna drop you on a road near the clear. Well, I won't say near the clearing because I don't want to put you directly in it because sometimes that could cause problems. So we're gonna put you near it. What you'll be doing is just go into the grove. You may have to ask around a little bit because I can't really give you directions because sometimes you kind of get turned around, pointing north, south, east, west, and sometimes those spells don't work for a minute or two after you get out of there, out of that portal, because portals be weird. So you're gonna head on in, and everybody starts feeling like hands pushing them behind them, and if you look behind you, you do not see anything there.
Yay, magic hands.
Magic hands.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're going to get me the seed from the tree in the grove. I guarantee you there will be someone who can point you where you need to go if you need to. But, just you can find it. I swear. I have faith in you guys. You're all smart people here. It's fine. And as he literally says, that's fine. You literally feel your feet getting pulled out from under you. And dragged to the portal.
No!
That's all that we got clue-wise, of course.
I'm covering
Yes.
up as much as possible.
You guys are, in fact, pulled through the portal and land on a road. It is, in fact, actually a cobblestone road in the forest that is leading through. Let me see here. I think I should be able to activate this. Yes. And I don't know if you guys can see this yet or not.
Nope, because we own no tokens in the scene. But you can fix
Yep.
that.
Yes, you are correct. Interesting. I wonder why it went to these tokens for some of you. I'll fix that. I'll have to play with that in the future and figure out why it's doing that. Yay! So everybody can see what's going on here.
Yep.
You have landed on a road. Ignore the campsite, and I am just going to notice that there are things on here that are not supposed to be yet.
That's okay.
Right.
Fortunately, we can't see them. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It is, in fact, daytime. It is horribly uncomfortable for you, sir.
Ah,
I know, seeing him sort of cower slightly, I'll offer him my hat to kind of block some of the sun a bit more for him.
You have a fairly wide brimmed hat. That does work pretty well.
I have my hood and it's like pulled down and my goggles are in place and I'm just trying to keep my head completely covered.
There you go. I put the wrong token down. That would be why. So, now that you've been, dumped out in the middle of nowhere on a road in the forest, you have, a few choices on where you can go as you are unaware of your exact location because magic portal, and I'm not sure any of you have a spell or some weird feat, and if you do, please let me know. And you decide to use it. But you are unfamiliar with the land and the topography around you, but you are clearly on a road and you can make your choice as to which direction you wish to go. Or if you guys want to try something else.
Can I make a survival check to try to figure out just picking up anything? He said he's placing us near where we're supposed to go, just trying to pick up anything I can.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can make a survival check to figure out where, to try and get at least a general idea where you're at.
I am going to make an investigation road as I check the road and the shoulders of the road to see if I see footmark going more in one direction than the other.
Okay. Yeah, give me that investigation check. Badger, you in fact are very much confused as to where you are, what direction is which at the moment. You're not able to really get a good gauge on that.
Gotcha.
While they're doing all of that, I will, in a very lazy sort of manner, walk towards the log there to the left, dragging my warhammer on the ground, like behind me, and then sit down on the log.
So over here?
Yeah.
All right. So, yep, you walk over there, you sit down on the logs. Just remember the campfire and the tents and stuff are not actually there. This is definitely a spot where, like, you see the remnants of a campsite there. Like, you see the stones and such there with someone where clearly made one. But it is definitely not actually a...
Okay.
It has not been used for at least a little while that you're aware of. And for you, second, your investigation roll, you definitely see footprints going both ways, and you think you might see some cart tracks on the cobblestones where the cart might have kicked up a stone or two.
Okay.
And you're pretty sure if you follow the camps that direction,
Okay.
you will. You think it might be like a town or something. It seems like they're going that way more. So more likely than not, that's where the people are.
Gentlemen, it seems like most of the road traffic was headed in this direction, which I believe would mean we are possibly closer going this way to a destination than going the other way.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, it sounds like you guys have
Good
this.
job. Good job, Nathaniel.
Thank you.
And I'm way above him.
I mean, that's not...
yeah.
Our, oddly enough, our ratio to height hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed at all.
Just our sliders both got knocked all the way to the right.
A little bit, yeah. A little bit up.
I mean, it seems like you guys have this. So, I mean, if you want, I can keep an eye on where we came in. I mean, if you guys, I mean, yeah, I'm okay here. If you, and I guess you guys are walking off.
I mean, I'm just slowly following north a little bit, trying to figure out why I can no longer see once I get this far.
I guess I have to do this.
Because it's daytime, so I should be able to see. In fact, if it was nighttime, I should be able to see.
Well, so I'll wait till they're like in dash distance from me to then decide to be like, okay, I guess I have to go.
Yeah, well, so when they get about 60 feet away from you, you start booking it up the road. This road does not actually split like you're saying. It is just a straight road going north on the map.
Okay.
It's just a.
We legitimately can't. We're dark once I get to the spot that I'm at right now.
Interesting. So
Which
that
I
means
know
you're
isn't
dark.
what you see, but
Right.
It's,
Yeah,
just drop a random light source.
it's a biplate off the bonfire.
Yeah, it's your dark vision's not active, and that's why I gotta fix that. But
Mine should
let's do it
be.
this way.
Oh wait, because you have control over the tokens, right? That'll work.
I just discovered that I can control with arrow keys.
Uh-oh. What just happened?
Everything got brighter.
I can see the light.
Yeah, no, I'm referring to my.
Clearly now the rain has gone.
I may or may not have had to
That's gonna get
refresh the
clipped.
game.
Wonderful.
Hello, darkness, my old friends. That's what
I
he's going to be
wish.
singing. But anyway,
Do we go off the edge?
you would in fact be going off the edge normally.
Let's go off the edge. Wah!
This is going to be very similar to the null fight, where you guys are essentially walking along this road,
For forever.
following for probably say about 2 hours to the north, because close is a relative thing.
Do we walk up and find ourselves on the other end?
As you are walking along, you are finding that looks like there might have been a campsite here at one point. There's some road tracks here. You see maybe a couple of broken crates off to the side of the road. Not too much in the way of actual people, at least at the moment.
So
This forest feels oddly creepy and eerie, which, for some reason, feels oddly comforting.
Roll perception checks actually.
okay.
$19.
To actually pull up the character.
Womp
Ah.
womp womp.
One more.
Badger sees everything. He's on the magic mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like wisdom used to be my best stat, and it's
Don't-
no longer is.
Don't use your never imbibe your own stock there, Badger.
You just see it over here, like
I'm proficient in it and I still roll low.
So Nathan
I'm
and
expertise, and I
Gray.
still rolled low.
yes, you did.
Wow.
So Nathan and Gray, and well, actually everybody but Badger in this case has noticed that as you're walking, you're not hearing sounds you would normally think you should hear. Like you hear the wind rustling the leaves and stuff like that. That's normal, but you're not hearing animal sounds, birds chirping and stuff like that, like you really think you should. There's still only one direction really to go, but you are seeing probably about say 100 feet or so for everybody but Nathan, because Nathan can't see that far. You do see that it looks like the road is splitting around a large rock. At that
Are
rock,
these trees all around here?
say that again.
Are these trees all around here?
Yes, those are in fact trees. You're seeing trees, brush, stuff like that. Like the trees are blocking line of sight like they're supposed to the light source on the map. But they're not super extremely thick around here, but they are they are thick enough to where they block your line of sight when you're looking left and right, but along the road you're perfectly fine. You're not you're able to see like 20, 30 feet in without too much issue. Anything past that, then you start having problems with, trees crisscrossing.
We've been traveling for 2+ hours along this road, and we're supposed to be looking for a seed from a tree. Has anybody bothered to look at any of these trees?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's not going to be a regular seed from a regular tree, or this would have been way too easy.
I mean, that Dalton guy is pretty tricksy.
Fair.
I'm just gonna say, like, you looked in the mirror just like I looked in the mirror.
I mean, if you want to try walking off the path and going into the trees, I'll watch here and take notes.
So, does Rochi walk off the path?
How about this tree that's here to the bottom right? I don't know if you can see where my cursor is.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go to. Can I move my guy or no?
Yep.
Yeah, you can. You have control over him.
All right.
Like
and
to like right there.
I am going to draw my crossbow and have it ready just in case things go terribly, terribly wrong.
I will
Okay.
also pull out my bow and have it ready.
No problem.
Do like a nature check to see if I like see any seeds that have like fallen from whatever would be up above.
Sure,
on the-
nature or perception, you can do that.
I'll do perception. Let's see this.
Because you're more. It sounds like you're more looking than trying to like identify seeds.
Yeah. So then normal.
I mean, sure, you can find some seeds for it. Like, you like find one or two around. There are
Okay.
regular tree seeds.
Okay. So I'll pick them up, and then be like, guys, look, I think we're good. We got
Great.
some. I mean, if anything though, like he did say that there's somebody here that would definitely know where they are or what they are, so we could probably show it to them and be like, hey, look, we found these.
Yeah.
Maybe they got.
I'm sure that's all it took. I'm sure we're fine.
Okay, cool. Well, got
Alright.
him.
Yay.
So-
Now we just need to go find a door. Problem solved.
Yeah. Uh huh.
So,
Gets me.
does that mean you guys are just following the road still?
That was my plan.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Now that we have
Yeah.
seeds.
Find and verify.
So, 3 hours later, it is getting dark.
Okay.
And you are
Yay!
coming to another break in the road. Now, as you're walking down the road, you are hearing somebody screaming. This is not like, I'm screaming I'm screaming from a death wound. This is I'm screaming and running away. Because you can clearly hear the terror in their voice.
Can we identify anything about the voice?
Sure. Give me an insight check.
Okay. I can do that. I can come over here and I can click this button. I can click this button. And then I can roll a 12.
I'll give you, it sounds like the person's young.
Okay.
And sounds young and probably human, elven, something of that nature. Not like orcish or goblin or anything like that, meaning like it's not monstrous.
Okie doke. Should we go see if we can help?
I mean, is it really?
Should we go see if they're the person that can identify the seed?
Let's do it.
I like that idea.
Because it would suck if they died before they did so.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm a.
Cavalry running forward. Dun 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 dun.
As you guys are starting to move, like you're starting to run forward, you run into a kid when you come to the rocks here. Who was in front?
I mean,
I'll go
unless
first.
somebody tries to pass me, it's probably going to be me. Because I started
right
moving,
back.
just because based on the nature of the fact that I started moving first.
I'm staying in the back specifically.
Ace is just like, nope, but don't trust the shit.
Yeah,
I'm
I've got my
right in the back.
shield and mace ready.
Alrighty. So as you come up to the rocks, you see a kid run the corner, cut the corner, and almost runs into you at the very last second. Sees it, cuts her, spins around you, and literally face plants and slides.
Okay.
He was screaming his brains out and turns and looks at you, and screams again.
Reasonable. I did the same thing.
And turns to the next person in line, which looks like it was
Just
Gray, and he goes, "Plant demons, plant demons."
Those are two words that I don't like being put next to one another.
Those are probably the seeds we need.
I mean, they're probably a little bit past being the seeds we need.
What?
Where?
Wait, where?
Where, boy? Where?
Back up the
Where,
road.
boy?
By the light of the
And
full moon,
he
he
starts
becomes an adolescent.
he starts screaming as you do, as Badger goes where, boy, because literally Badger has like 5 feet on him. He's like, you could stand my dad on top of me and be small, and I would still be smaller.
Yes.
It's a common occurrence.
Apparently, I'm not used to this yet. It is, but I can see much farther than normal.
Yep.
I
So
feel much
it's
taller.
back there. He points back behind him,
I
and
look
we're gonna
behind him.
jump. Yep.
Okay.
And it's further up the road. He's pointing slightly northwestish. So
Gotcha.
at the fork here, you're going up to northwest. Are you
Here.
going with him? Because he looks like he's turning around because you guys are like pointing that way and moving on, or are you going somewhere else?
I mean, we're planning to go with him if he's going back that direction. If not, we're just going that direction.
All right. He starts walking off that direction, and I'm gonna drag everybody back down. And this is actually supposed to be nighttime. Oop, never mind. You guys are-
Yay, nighttime.
So I am going to remove that light source as this one.
And I'm going to remove my goggles. Because
So-
I should be able to see almost everything. Even
Yep.
at night.
Is that log there next to me right now?
The log is actually there. The camp is actually there this time. But let me fix this because you are not supposed to have 300 feet of dark vision.
No, I'm supposed to have 120.
You should already have it. I'm trying to fix.
Oh, mine.
I like turtles.
I have one random spot in the bottom right-hand corner that I can see.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm not sure what that is, so we will figure it out.
Blink. It's a blinky.
There we go. Now that's a gray. Nope. You definitely can't see.
Yeah, this is Vegemancy to a whole new level.
I'm a little familiar with that.
No, don't let Twiggy know. I have in fact lost someone's token.
That means we win. Oh, it's
There's,
there. It's just invisible.
Roshi.
Yep.
There
All right.
is one.
Now that I can't remember. Do fear bogs get dark vision? Because I know turtles don't.
Oh, allow me to check. Since I happen to have the book next to me.
Since
Oh.
we have to.
Not that I'm a tremendous nerd or anything. Certainly not.
So while he's checking on that, you realize that you're still using my other icon, right?
I do not.
Oh,
No,
I am.
unless they've updated it.
I just happened to look and realize that.
Did they update it?
It does
in the
not
book?
state that they have dark vision.
Okay, so
All right.
it's like I do not.
Yep. So you.
I am blind.
So yeah, you would need a torch, and I believe so does the turtle.
Interesting.
Okay.
There we go. There's your. That should be a correct token this time. Excuse me. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So you're running in the dark. Like it's not pitch black. There is some light from the moon, so you are able to like keep the road with no problem really as you're moving. Like there are some like rocks and stuff that might make it a little bit more hazardous, but it's nothing that you're like too bad. Nothing too bad. You are following the child through here, and you see the campfire. You see the tent set up.
Mhm.
This map is huge for some reason. I forgot that, and I just noticed that. But the tent is really set up for like 2 normal sized people.
Mm-hmm.
So the kid is definitely looks like he's definitely been staying in it. Now the creatures are nowhere to actually be seen.
I mean,
You,
I'm
you
okay
do-
with this.
Is the child still with us right now?
oh yeah, he was keeping up with you guys.
I want to ask him what he said. Plant demon. What did they look like? Like, can you
Plants.
describe just plants?
Yeah, they look like plants. They look like that bush right over there.
I was about to say, if one just got put down where one just got put down, I can see it.
There are actually a couple of them.
Nice. Well, then I have found
that
one.
you have a chance. That you have a very good chance at seeing. Give me a perception check. Because I forgot that they were not invisible.
Because that is, 55 feet away. So within half of my range of vision.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Yep.
I am bad. 12.
As you're looking around, you are seeing like some of the bushes look a little bit different. You're not sure if that's what he's referring to or not. Like at this point, you think you might have just saw a shadow and got terrified, maybe.
I mean, that's reasonable.
He keeps running right through to the camp.
Okay.
And as he gets to the camp, he's like, "I swear they were here. I saw them. They look like plants. One of them looked humanoid. And
I don't trust him. Insight check if I can.
Guys, I can't see anyone.
I mean, I can't see shit, but
Well,
like you can
head
see him.
towards the fire because I guarantee you can see that.
I'm gonna stay on the
You were pretty sure that he's a scared kid who's swearing that he saw it and believes that he saw something.
okay. Okay.
And second stop.
Okay.
When you get to right there, second,
Uh-huh.
I would like you to roll me a initiative.
Okay.
Where is he?
Second is on
he's
the
not
northern
my
end of the map.
My initiative is 20.14. What?
Hey, okay, I don't understand, but sure.
I have a 0.14 bonus. I don't know how I have a 0.14 bonus, but I'll take it.
I'm not sure either, and I'm gonna have to work that out.
That's all right. That means I automatically win ties. I'm okay with this.
Wow. Okay, where is it on here? My bad. First time rolling initiative as the GM.
That's okay. Take your time. It took me a minute to figure it out as a not GM.
So is everyone rolling initiative?
Yes, everyone is rolling initiative. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. No, you're good. I got a little lost there.
Good
Yeah,
to know.
When he got to where he was, he started the encounter. That was what I meant. I'm sorry.
Understood.
It's all my fault.
8.12.
Wow.
219s.
Hey, I got a point two.
Yeah.
Get screwed.
Okay, I am completely not seeing this. Second, where
What?
was it? Where
This guy?
no the initiative on the NPCs. Do you remember where it was on it?
When you click on the NPC, you should get a crossed swords emblem on the right side on the bottom.
I see.
You click that to activate them on the combat map, and then you click the
And then
die
move it
that
in,
shows
yeah.
on the combat map to give them a weird decimaic initiative number as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Alrighty.
These are some weird initiative numbers, and I'm here for it.
All right.
I am gonna have to try and figure out what's causing that later, but for now it's working. I wonder why you just show up as rogue. I will have to fix that in a moment.
But
But I
that's
am
okay.
just rogue.
does
You are the rogue.
we actually have a initiative tracker built into it?
Yep.
Yeah, it does. I actually have the
It's,
initiative on the side.
If you look at the icons in the upper right, and if all you have is if they're down the right side of the page, hit the bottom one to expand it. If they're all along the top edge, then it's already expanded. But the initiative should be the second tracker. It's the one that looks like a fist.
Oh, combat tracker. Nice.
This is a really robust program.
Yeah, sorry, I'm learning it a little bit from the DM side. That's I tried to get a little bit of testing in before, but not that much.
That is okay.
So, as second comes up to the rock, or right near the rock, he comes into line of sight of the first creature. Excuse me, not the first creature, but the largest of these creatures. As soon as this happens, anybody with dark vision can see small, what almost looks like small little bushes that are somewhat look like dying plants. That might be a little sickly plants.
Okay.
Stand up on their own because they is much like Twiggy doing her little "I'm going to sleep, she looks like a bush" concept. They stand up on their own and start moving towards the closest person to them. Now, in the case of second, Nathan is the one who activated the largest of the targets. This one actually
Yay!
is humanoid in size. You can see him over here.
Mm-hmm.
He, as soon as he actually saw you, was what started this particular fight.
Seems fair.
Now, he is a lot larger than the rest of them. He is medium in size. The rest are small. They look
Okay.
like little bundles of sticks and such, and he looks like he's probably looks like a fallen tree limb almost.
Okie doke.
That's grown arms and legs.
Great.
You seen it as soon as you got to here because he started moving. He
Right.
slowly cut the corner. So you are not necessarily surprised by this because he was not being super stealthy.
Okay.
So the rogue goes first. So that would be 8.
Furball Grog. Who can't
So
see anything.
I mean, I was about to say, I literally can't see any of them.
I can fix that. You'll be back in 6 seconds.
Can
Yeah, he'll be right back in a second.
I hold? I'm going to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my. Well, pull back the bow, pointing it out in the direction, and as soon as I see one, I'd like to take a shot at it.
Okay.
So I'm holding my action to make an attack on the next creature that I believe is an enemy.
Okay. So if during any of my movements, let me know if you can see it.
Oh, don't worry. He's going to see it in just a second.
Yep. So you're holding your action.
Is it me? Is it me? Is it me?
Next is you.
Yay! Okay, so I am going to reach into a small bag that I have on my side, and I'm going to pull out 4 fist-sized mechanical fireflies that appear to have like a prism in the back where the glowing abdomen portion of a firefly would normally be. And I'm going to I can't pull them down, so yeah, if you can pull. Okay, cool.
Yeah. How much light do they give off?
They give off
And is it dim or bright?
dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Well, that's cool.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to move them, and they must remain within 20 feet of each other.
Oh, right. Vision. That's why that's not working.
It's all right. And then there's the one right here that you still have to get. There we go.
Yeah, I'll fix that on the actual token. So
It's
next time
fine.
it's good.
And then as my movement action, because I don't have to remain within range of them, I am going to buy time and pull out a crossbow.
Mm-hmm. So, yep.
There are now 2 of them that are visible to those who need help seeing things.
So you can see the closest one here. The other one is on the other side of the rock, so I assume you do
He
not
probably
actually
can't
have line
see
of
it,
sight.
Yeah, so I can see its token, but I probably can't. There's no way. It'd be straight through the rock.
Yeah, it's straight through the rock. You cannot see that one. Yeah,
But I can't see this one, so I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah, I must not have put the. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't put the walls on that rock like I meant.
That's
to.
okay.
It's we all know
It's
like,
fine. We know what rocks are
Right.
and how they work.
Did you really play that many fire cards there, Gray? Did you want to
Fire,
go burn
fire,
it
fire,
with
fire, 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 fire.
No, I was just kidding.
So now that you know, you can do your held action now.
19 to hit.
That'll definitely hit it.
I am helpful.
10 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty then. So you turn and shoot him dead in the the center mass, and you see the twigs basically explode as your arrow hits it. That is most definitely a dead bush.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Time to murder all of Twiggy's relatives.
Yes, apparently. All right. So, and did you have anything else you were doing on your turn second?
I used an action, a bonus action, and a move. I am done, sir.
All right. So next would be Eld.
Oh, wait. As a free action, can I, consider how poor my life choices have been to this point?
Sure.
Okay, good.
You absolutely can.
Okay.
So, yep, next person is Eld. What is Rochi doing?
So I'm gonna come up to. Do you count diagonal as a movement in your game?
5 feet.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh, cool. So then do. Oop, wrong direction.
I mean, you could just. There's a measure tool that'll.
Oh, I did not know that. Cool. Yeah. So actually, right there would be definitely where I want to go. So here.
Yep. Bing.
Awesome. I'll move there, and then, let's see. I can't see any friendlies other than it looks like Gray, or who is that down there at the bottom?
I'm a shadow. You
You
ain't
see,
seeing me.
you can see Gray in the dim light, and you can see Badger in the bright light.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Then let's see.
And I have become one with the night. I am Batman. I mean,
think you're
I'm more
supposed to be
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
but also
Then,
not.
Well, considering both. Wait, look at this. Well, yeah. So it's Gray, and then who else? Sorry, Badger down there.
Yes.
I'm in range at the moment of them. Want to give them both blessed right now?
Cast and bless. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I just realized I'm a dark elf. That means I could become Bacardi Man.
You could.
2 of you will get that joke.
Yeah.
All right. So I screwed that up. So let's fix that. There we go.
Gray might remember that joke, but that would be 20 years ago. So probably not.
Mm-hmm.
No comment.
Ari got the joke. She just doesn't know it because I don't think she knows what the Bacardi logo looks like.
Cool. And then basically, I'm just I'm hanging out there. I don't have a bonus. And I did my max movement. Yeah, I'm just chilling right there now.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
casted bless.
Yeah, on Gray and on Badger.
Okay. So yep, you've used one of your 2 slots for the
Yep.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And next person is the Twig Blight. So we get to see what they do.
Just like
Maybe.
everybody else.
They
Pretty much.
they hand us candy and then walk back into the woods.
Gonna say no on that one.
No.
Just a hunch.
All right. So Rochi, as you turned around and cast bless on the other 2 that were here, see the Twig Blight run from around the tent up to the log here.
Okay.
That is as far as it can go. It is unable to do anything else, but it is it is a moving plant, so it's moved as fast as you. Never mind, you didn't expect it to move that fast.
It's moved a lot faster than we expected with it being a plant.
Exactly. And then we get another one.
Well, this just got really fun.
This is where things get interesting.
Oh.
And now it is the big guy's turn. Big guy comes around a rock and looks towards Second. Second is the closest target, and in fact, the only one he can see.
Yes, dark vision.
He has blind sight.
Ooh, that's even better. That's dark vision plus. I was hoping on that not being a thing.
Oh.
I gotta say, this being the first time I've used this from the player side of things, it is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that
17?
is a yipe.
Alrighty, that's a yipe.
By 1. That is a yipe by 1. Do I have... I do not. It. That is a, that is a dead.
Okay, so that's a down. So basically, for the people who can't see in the dark, all you saw was this medium-sized plant step from around the rock, not making any noise at all. Basically, it looked like he leaned back a little bit and then spits forward, and you see it looks almost like oversized pine needles fly out of it and hit something in the dark, and you hear a yipe and something fall over.
Morden, question.
Yes.
For you, for your campaign, 0 hit points. Is that unconscious or is that bleeding out?
I've always counted exact 0 as unconscious.
I am exactly unconscious. And also prone. Because that's how unconscious works.
And that would be the end of that guy's turn.
Oh no, I've seen people unconscious and still on their feet.
I mean, I've done it, but I'm going to assume that I automatically fail concentration, being unconscious. So, dancing lights all go poof.
So I no longer can see.
I mean, it seemed like a good plan at the time.
All right. So, Ray, you just had one. You just had one of the little twiggy guys run out from your right, and he attempts to fight you. He rolls a 16. This is a 16 hit.
AC 17.
He runs up. He goes and swipes you with the little sticks that is his fingers, and they do absolutely nothing. They just kind of brush against your shield. So, that is now your turn, Gray.
Going to do a Sacred Flame.
Sounds burninating.
And I just tagged it in on the Foundry.
Nice.
Okay. All right. I don't know why that didn't work, so we're just going to do it then. He fails.
Okay.
So roll your damage. So you see Gray glow slightly and a light burst out from him, and you literally see the twigs get splattered all over the place. The twig blight implodes from the hit.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Fireball.
Good job.
Yeah.
Nice, well done.
All right.
I
So
would congratulate you if I was conscious.
it is now Badger's turn. What is Badger doing?
I can't do bolt Jake. Can't do nothing.
I mean, there is one right here.
You have two
Oh.
that are within the light.
I didn't even see them. Sorry. my fault.
Yeah, you literally have one that's 10 feet in front of you.
Lovely. I do have things I can do then.
Yay.
I mean, you had things you could do even without that.
Hold on.
Oh,
one second.
I can still move after attacking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you still have a move action and a bonus action technically. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip past you.
Oh no, that's good. I was just thinking I should probably move up. I think that was.
I think Second will be very happy if you would move up a little bit further and, help him up.
I mean,
Sorry.
sooner or later, I'm not bleeding out. I'm not dying. I'm
No,
just,
he's stabilized.
I'm just not in. I am so no longer involved in this scene. Like, it's fine.
I mean, I control the dead. Oh no, that's Toll the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That definitely did not work as intended.
Yeah,
You go to pull the bow, not being used to your size, you go to loose the arrow, and the arrow literally just falls to the ground as you twing the string for the bow instead of flying forward.
Nice.
Giant hands.
Giant hands, not used to it.
I mean,
Well-
literally.
And you drop down to 23. Congratulations, you're still the top of the initiative.
Yeah, he needs he needs
Are
some
you going to
alchemy
do
for
anything
that.
else, sir?
Where did my? Can I even see my buddy and pal?
Nope.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
Nope.
That's a thing.
Was it around?
Junior?
I'm just trying to think
Junior?
what side it was that which side of the rock he fell on.
So you did not actually see which way he ran.
Mm-hmm.
So you and Badger do not have dark sight, so you did not see which way he went. The
I'm
only
over
one
here.
of you that does
Totally not over
Can
here.
I-
is Ray.
Can I free talk?
You can, yes, you can talk. Just like
I would
Be
like
aware
to
of
talk
its,
to
like,
the
6
plant
inches.
in front of me.
you absolutely can try talking to it.
Wonderful. Why attack us? Because I can communicate in a limited manner with beasts, plants, and vegetation.
You get no response from it.
But it's a plant. Okay.
Yes, it is a plant. And in
Which means
fact-
you know it understood what you said and is
It just didn't
and is
respond.
giving you the silent treatment.
he whispers under his breath, "This asshole."
Yep.
And you see him just grab another arrow and be like, "You plants should respect me." And that's it.
And second, and Rochi.
Yeah, Gray. If I had, if Cass was in this fight, things would be a lot different.
I mean,
Cass
we had
is
somebody.
screaming.
We had
Well, that's
someone
true.
with fire in this fight for one round of it.
But I just used fire, sacred flame.
But it was radiant
Yeah,
damage,
that's a
not
little
fire.
bit more radiant-y.
Yeah.
Badger, do you want me to stay and help you, or go look for a second? Or sorry, for Nathan. Because I could probably help get him up if I could find him.
I completely forgot. 1 second.
10 feet ahead of me. Almost there.
Ingram Ford. I bet you he knows where his towel is.
I forgot to add him and do his turn. So Ingram, seeing as you guys are actually starting to fight them, goes, I could try and help. And he pulls out his little slingshot, as you see, and he plucks the closest twig blight.
Okay.
And he hit it pretty hard for harder than you probably thought he would have. The twig blight is bloodied and definitely not happy. And then he yipes away towards, around the turtle because he's like, I can't fight them. All right. So that was Rochi's turn. Yes.
Okay. I repeat my question. Badger, do you want me to go find Nathan, or stay here to help you?
Can you? Do you know how to? I mean, can you get him up?
I have the ability, at least. Yeah, I have the ability to help him.
Okay.
You guys
yeah,
are
I
well
would say
aware of
yes,
what you
getting
can
someone
do.
up. Getting someone up, I would. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we should
Okay.
get a few more hands in this fight.
Yeah. Okay. Then in that case,
Definitely splintered.
let's see. I
So, chat, this is the moment where you and I know where I
How do you
am,
do that measure? Oh, it's over here.
and they don't.
Yeah, it's on the left hand side.
So
It
you
looks
get
like
to
one
watch
of
them
my
trying to
sheets.
figure out where my body is in the dark when they can't see. And they can't hear this conversation either. Isn't that lovely?
So everybody remembers, you guys, in fact, have like torches and stuff.
Yeah, but well, here's a question for you in your
Mm-hmm.
game. We have to have something to light it with too, though.
There's
right?
a campfire!
Usually,
Yeah,
I was
the
gonna say there's a
campfire.
fire, and we all
You have flint and
probably, if you
tinder.
have torches, you probably have flint and tinder.
Yeah, you
Oh, yeah.
have ways of lighting the torch, no problem. Right now, you're like within
Is
range of it.
Like a free action for interacting with an object to light it, or is that my action to light it?
If I remember correctly, it's a bonus action to light the torch. I'll be
That
a free
sounds reasonable.
I'll let it be a free action to pull it out and a bonus action to light it. And if I'm wrong, I'll address it later.
We'll address it next week.
Okay. So it's the free action to pull it out, bonus action to light it. Okay. Cool. I don't know what magic you have to do to manipulate that here.
He can
In-game.
make your token glow.
Oh, okay.
In fact, there's a mod called Torch that's installed. So when you right-click your token, you should be able to just click the little flame icon.
Okay.
That's what that is. I was wondering.
Yep. So I just clicked it for you. Now you can see.
Yeah. Okay. Then let me go up here.
You can also use the arrow keys and WASD to move as well.
He is chosen poorly.
Right-click your token.
Yeah.
And top left icon looks like a little flame.
Nope.
Five.
Then you don't have torches in your inventory. Because if you don't have torches in your inventory, you can't light a torch because it will also remove one from your inventory when you light it.
But I got a candle.
You
Which
also
is
have
not a
hood.
torch. The name of the mod isn't candles. It's torch.
But you are
Yeah.
correct. I do not have any torches in my inventory.
I do. When you find me, you can have some.
Lovely.
Yeah, but you also have a lantern. So
Junior! You better not have run off again.
Well, you can see the bad guy now, at least.
Yeah, well, so that was
Can't
free
see
action and bonus action. So then I'll use my action to actually shoot a crossbow bolt at this puppy.
okay.
Yeah. Let me pull up my guy.
So yep.
That's your inventory, right?
You would see the crossbow under inventory, and when you
Yeah.
put your cursor over it, you'll see it turn into a die. Just click that,
Click.
and then
Oh,
in the
I showed
chat
up
it'll
that.
show up as an attack and damage. Yep. Now,
Okay.
one thing you can also do is on the left-hand side where you picked up that ruler, you'll see something that looks like a little bullseye.
Yeah.
Click that, and then click the token that you're shooting at.
Oh.
And that'll
And
mark
now-
him, and now it'll track the damage automatically.
Yep.
Well, that's fancy.
It really
Cool.
is.
Now, roll your attack.
All right. Roll.
Oh. Now roll your critical damage.
Mm-hmm. Critical hit. Not bad.
No, not bad. Yeah, I'll go with not bad.
Bonus is down.
So we know who the tank of
Not
the so we know who the striker of the group is now, whether he wants to be or
Right.
not. He just called dibs.
So Rochi comes up, leans kind of around the rock, gives that little, yeah, that's good, and shoots it. And you just watch the stump take the shot. It shivers for a second and falls over. And you're watching like the exactly. And you start watching like the little twigs and stuff that were its arms and everything start to pull away from it and like fall to the ground. So there's like the thing that was holding it together is no longer there.
Ooh, wow.
As you completely obliterate it.
Yay!
Yay.
This is what you call a good shot. All right. So next is the Twiggy
I
Blades.
wonder if I can get my bolt back. Oh, I'll find out.
That was actually addressed. Yes, you can get your bolt back. You just roll a d20, and if you roll a 1, the bolt is broken.
Character, not so much game wise. So,
But both.
do we need to do this now?
No, you do not have to. That was me missing that you were saying
Okay.
it again. Don't worry.
Cool.
So yeah, Twigblade can't see anything other than him. By that I mean Ingram. Oh, actually no. He sees someone even better. It's only 5 feet away, so he's gonna go right here. I somehow lost the largest person in the party.
You got to make his icon larger.
Yeah, I gotta scale it up.
It's
a
fine.
little.
Little things.
It's little things. Let's see here. Does a 17 hit? Wow, these dice are on fire.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, not oh yeah, but yeah.
And you take 4 points of damage, sir, as the Twigblade scrapes at your knees.
I am still up.
Must be nice. You take 4. I took freaking 10.
Slightly different.
Table
animals.
flip.
10-4. 10-4, good buddy.
That's a twig bite. Walk through the flames. Nope, never mind.
Does switching weapons cost anything in this campaign?
It's a free action to drop it, and it is, I believe, an action. If I remember the rules correctly, it's an action to draw it, is it not normally?
I think that is what it normally is.
Yes. Now, I've not actually had to do it with Luther, so I don't know if Second was handling it differently. If he is, I would do it that way.
The way that I handle switching weapons is it's basically just a free action.
Gotcha.
Like,
so yeah,
you can
we'll do
free
the same way.
action one weapon swap per round. If you're for some reason trying to do more than one weapon swap, then it counts as an action.
That is very fair, Thomas. Tree limbs do equal torches.
I mean, when
I think
we'll get to that
it's.
when it's my turn.
I mean, technically, it's like if you have like if use or equip,
Right.
like equip or unequip is an action.
Yeah.
So I mean, but yeah.
I normally handle it with more how they say it. Like if they're like with in the campaign Tuesday night, well, I literally just discarded the lance and drew the sword. That's basically a free action. But if I was going to couch the lance and draw the sword, that's an action.
Yeah.
Yeah, dropping it to the ground and picking it up later is what I can do. But so the second the second twig blight ran up to Ingram and tried to swipe him, but Ingram ducked under it and moved away.
Guess what, Morden?
What's that?
I
What's
feel better.
You do?
Yeah. I just got healed for 10
Ooh.
points.
Nice.
What?
Oh, you got a card plate on you, huh?
I did.
Nice.
Bink, bink.
So that was the two blights. Ingram is using the dodge action, is because he does not have any way to fight them in close range and is terrified of trying to punch them. So it is Gray's turn. And he's too afraid to run away.
Eric, gonna do some smashy. Actually, well, I'm actually gonna finish my move here.
Yep.
And that would put me at advantage, correct?
Correct. You have advantage on smashing the bundle of twigs. You smash a bundle of twigs. Now, how much damage do you do?
Many much.
1 point. I mean, close.
So you do. All right. It is definitely bloodied. All right. So is that all your actions, Gray?
Yeah.
All right. So now we're back to the top of the order. Badger, your turn.
All right, so this is the reason I was asking. He's in melee, so I can't shoot him. So I'm trying to figure out. I can either draw a rapier or I can draw two daggers. So my question is, if I draw the rapier or if I draw the two daggers, how are we running switching? If I throw the bow aside
I'll allow
and
you
just
to
draw
pull.
a weapon,
I'll allow you to pick. You have to drop the bow. The bow will be on the ground.
that's fine.
If you're trying to keep it free. I'll allow
I
you
mean,
to
to
pick
be
either one.
fair, it'll land right next to his arrow, so it should be easy to get.
There's literally
Yeah.
an arrow right there, so I'll be picking
Yeah.
it up later anyways.
Yeah, in fact, since the arrow never actually went anywhere, you don't even have to roll for that one. Good for you.
Good. So I'll drop it, and I will pull out. I'll pull out the rapier.
You like that, Thomas? I pushed him to
Alright,
make sure he
so-
changed the
Leave
spelling
this
so that we would know whether we were talking in game or out of game.
Take a swing.
He's swinging at the, one of the two very sappy, blights.
You should have answered me.
You definitely hit it.
Nice. So 12 points piercing. As I
Yeah, you somehow have all of the twigs on your rapier right now. Like it looks like a bundle of twigs normally, and somehow you managed to get pretty much all of them on the end of it.
Wonderful.
You almost look like you have a skewer of twigs.
Beautiful.
All right, so that one is dead. So next is second. Second, who is actually awake.
Yay! Is there anything left alive still?
Yes, there is another one
there's
alive
this one
over
here?
here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, I am going to. Come out of the bushes to here. Why can't I mark him as a... Oh. We'll do it this way. Okay. And I am going to No!
Nathan.
There we go. And I am going to cast a firebolt because I am angry.
You are hangry. Oh wait, no. You just woke up. Never mind. You blast it.
19.
And doing 5 fire. And it is
It
dead.
explodes. It is part of the kindling in the campfire now. And that is the end of the combat. That it was all that was there.
Wait, it can't be the end of the combat. It hasn't taken 4 hours.
I mean, you guys killed the boss real early. I mean, he only took one bolt to the side of the trunk.
I mean, to be fair, the boss and I did a 1-to-1 trade, so...
Fair enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't worry. I got revenge for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
As I
Well, I
pull
need
out
somebody
freaking,
to take
like,
care of armor.
4-inch
Come on.
long needles, like, out of my chest. And just throw them on the
Yeah.
ground angrily.
Yeah, like it basically spit. We'll go with the 4-inch long pine needles that were a lot sturdier than they should be, but when you're pulling them out and you're looking at them, and you're looking at the other like blights that are around you, they do not look healthy. These do not look like healthy plants compared to like what's around you for the most part. Like you know how like when you're looking at like trees and stuff like that, you'll see some bad parts of them
Mm-hmm.
where like, it's not that big, like it's not that big a deal. Where they look like that, these almost entirely are like that. They are entirely like brown, dried out, almost like they're starting to rot. Like they have like they're diseased almost.
Oh wow.
All right, I come up to the boss one, and I like nudge it with my boot.
It rolls back and forth a little bit because you're like nudging a log almost,
Right.
and it is rolling back and forth. That has like head-like bits. That is just the D&D picture. That is
Yep.
not exactly what it looks like.
That's fine.
I just didn't have a better picture yet.
That's
for those.
okay.
But the sticks and such like that were its limbs and it was moving with are basically not attached to it anymore. They just kind of fell.
Amongst the twigs that are there, can I discern my bolt so I can
Yes.
retrieve it?
You could clearly see the bolt sticking out of the dead center of the tree. Of it. There was like a little hole in it where like every once in a while you see the knot that has the hole in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And that's literally where the bolt is. You just see the feathers kind of sticking out of it.
Okay, I know that this is a long shot, and the answer is going to wind up being no, but that's meta information. So I am like filtering through with a glove on, filtering through the refuse and remains, looking to see if I see something that I would consider to be a seed.
No, you do not see anything that's seed-like on them
Okay,
or around them.
fair enough.
So, yeah, you are
Well,
correct.
I don't. If this is what we're looking for, then we need to look for a different one because this one wasn't it.
Was there anything else there amongst the twigs?
No, it's literally like when you're looking at all of these look like plants that were kind of like plant-like humanoid-ish that were held together by the twigs, vines, leaves. The big one was either like a tree limb or a log that might have fallen over on us that was a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So you're not really seeing anything on them.
Do they look like they had actually like an actual body or an animated pile of lumber?
The twigs look like they were a animated pile of sticks, basically.
Okay.
The needle, the one that sped at you,
Right.
that one looks like it was basically if like this log had debris around it, like the sticks, smaller branches around it, and then when it came to animation, they became part of its body. So it does look like it was kind of cobbled together. You're not sure if that was natural, meaning like this just kind of happened because this particular stump or whatever became animated, or if someone did this intentionally.
Okay. But we're going to file that information for later.
Mm-hmm.
Saunter back.
Wow, you guys are strong. You're not gonna rob me, right? Looking at the dark elf that just walked up to him.
That depends. Do you have any seeds?
No.
Then no.
I am sure there's seeds at the farm.
And is the farm nearby?
Yeah. Yeah. My home is nearby. It's Dunwick. We're heading towards there. We're probably I don't know, maybe an hour or so away. If we just would keep going,
If they have
keep going on the road.
if you don't mind potentially offering some bedding and some food, then we can help protect you and make sure you get home.
I mean, I'd be glad for it, and I'm pretty sure my pa will help. He would probably give you something for bringing me home. Maybe.
Just before we continue traveling, though, how often do you encounter these plant demons, as you called them?
This is the first time I've ever seen them. I've heard stories about demons, and they're supposed to be big and scary, and these were big and scary. So, and they're planty, leafy, viney. I don't know, but yeah, demons. I guess
Seems reasonable.
mostly.
Mostly.
To clarify, you are talking to like a 9-year-old.
Reloaded. We're using
Yeah,
Foundry
totally get it.
Virtual Tabletop. For the video, the audio is from
Okay.
Tabletop
Well,
Audio.
I know you said that
And the maps
that
are made
we were
in
big
Incarnate.
and strong, but you have to be proud of yourself a little bit too. You were standing your ground. You were wielding that slingshot rather well.
Thank you.
You might
I'm
not
one of
be-
the best shots in town.
Also, thank you for
Best
the follow.
shots. What's the furthest you've ever hit something?
I'm not sure. I think I've shot far enough to hit something that was like, well, you look like you're probably about like 6 feet, like 5 or 6 of you, maybe.
Oh wow. Oh, you probably are the best shot in town then.
He kind of gives that little, like, he grabs the bit of his clothes, like he's proud of himself, like he's happy that you're praising him because he's pretty sure he's about to vote.
Cool.
So he's taking what little he can get now.
Does anyone object to helping this little guy back to his farm?
Let's do it. Maybe they'll lead it to the seed.
And he walks off to the north, down the to the north and takes the right path where the rock splits, where the road splits by the rocks.
I'll hold back a little bit with Nathan and be like, "You're enjoying your new voice a little bit too much, I think."
I mean, I don't think so, but it's the only one I've got, so I'm going to use it.
No, it's more of a commentary on the fact that you're definitely pushing into that lower register on purpose from where you were.
Yeah,
Kinda
that's
fun.
true.
Yeah. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Did I remove Ace off the table? Yes, I did.
Ha!
Huh. That's okay.
I was just kind of gonna just let it
No,
go
what
since it wasn't.
happened?
Since we're not like in combat, I was just gonna kind
We
of
lost a badger.
slide under the radar there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that.
All good.
So, let's see if this actually works, since I do not have a battle map for this place, but I do have a map.
Let's go for it.
Tell me if that worked for you guys. If you can see that.
We see it.
I see something that looks really warped right
You might,
now.
if you stretch out the window, it'll fix it.
Oh, I have to stretch it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta stretch it out a little bit. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's
So,
fine.
you guys are looking at the map of Dunwick. You are coming in from the south. You are coming in from that southern road.
Okay.
Now, are you following him all the way through, or are you looking around? What are you guys doing? This is, say, probably about like 30 to 45 minutes later. It wasn't actually a full hour.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What was that again?
I was asking if you guys were just following Ingram straight to his house, or are you guys looking around at all?
When the path shows up, so you're coming up north. Now there's a left.
Yeah, it's basically you're still going north. It's just a split around the rock where it leads off to more.
I think he
northeast
means on
and
the
northwest.
Dunwick map where there's
On the
a
Dunwick
foot trail
map.
that goes off to the west.
So there's a foot trail that goes off to the west, which players can see. It goes to
You would see
tower.
that.
But
Yeah, you would see that there is.
I
a
would
dirt
ask
path there.
him. Well, I would ask what's down that way.
Oh, that's the old ruined guard tower. I don't know when that was put up. I think it was like my grandfather or great grandfather going down that. They did further down.
Does it also have ruined guards?
I don't think so.
Which way is the way to your house?
We just follow the road. We just keep going. We can just keep going that way. And he points.
I am intentionally staying towards the middle of the path in the light to appear as non-threatening as I can, since I consider myself to be pretty threatening at the moment.
I will stay with Junior.
All right. So, you guys are walking up. You're walking basically through the town. You see a few buildings. Like the first building you pass, you see what looks like a rack of hides on it. So you're pretty sure that's a tannery of some sort.
Does it smell like lukewarm ass?
It does not smell great at all. You are correct.
Then that
Which
is in fact the
implies-
tannery.
That is in fact why it is the furthest south building you can find. The next two buildings you pass, one looks like the one on the left. It looks like it has a forge of some sort attached to it, so you can make an easy assumption that it is a blacksmith of some nature. The building on the right, you're not 100% sure what it is. It might be it might be just someone's house. It's got a lot of like overgrown plants on it. It doesn't look like the plants are actually damaging the building at all. It does look like someone lives there, but they are either not bothering to remove it or they're like they have some kind of purpose for it. You're not sure. The building directly to the north of it, directly to the north of the blacksmith, is a looks like it might be a mill, not a mill, a carpenter or something similar. You do see a lot of wood around it.
Thomas, thank you for the gift
some
sub.
like partially assembled things, like nothing fully together, but like looks like they've been like starting to make pieces of furniture and toss them to the side, that kind of stuff, because they didn't like the way it came out. The two buildings that are coming up are Luther points to the blue one on the right. They are definitely two farmhouses of one nature or another with barns attached to it. Like you see like the plows and other things like out in the yards. That like one might need a little repair. It doesn't look like it's in the absolute best condition, but it's still serviceable. When you do come up to it, the gray one is completely dark. The blue one, on the other hand, definitely has the lights on, and you see a gentleman standing at basically what would be the equivalent of the doorstep, waiting for someone to come home.
So the gray building and the blue building would be where we would go if we wanted to play Farming Simulator -648.
Pretty much, yes. Okay. You would, the person that you see would be this gentleman. I'm going to drop him on the map that we are on so you can see him.
Thank
you. If
you
you close the map, I can show it to you again if you'd like. You would, but he is on the farthest north, and I forgot I need to re-drop you so that you can see things.
And yes, if you're looking for a freeware version, Roll20 is not quite as good as Foundry, but it's free.
He's probably about like 6'2",
both Incarnate
6'3",
and Map Tool are available in
human
free forms.
That's just wearing dark, has dark pants and a white long sleeve shirt. Definitely a farmer, from what you can tell. He has watched you guys come up. You see Ingram run past you guys and run up to him, going, Dad, they beat up the demon plants, and he looks at him for just a second, grabs him by the scruff of his neck and puts him inside the house and is looking directly at you guys.
I have a obviously inquisitive face. I'm not saying what my question is, but you notice that I just had one.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just turned to look back at, Farmer McGee.
Farmer McGee, yep.
Thank you for the gift sub, Thomas.
So, you fought off demon plants, huh? And
I don't believe they were demons, but they were pretty solidly plants. Grandpa, do you have any... plants are your thing.
Once you say Grandpa, has that look, like that really, confused look.
Don't worry, we're confused too.
Apparently.
Do I know anything? Would I recognize these plants?
You have heard of twigs?
He blight or he blight not.
You have in fact heard of
Alright, continue.
Small portal opens up and you get smacked in the back of the head.
Yay!
Anyway, I'll give you that you've heard of creatures that are animated twigs and such. You've heard of animated twigs before. They're not normally aggressive, and more often than not, they normally are moving around. They be in the sun. You being a druid, you've probably interacted with them before, but these were not right. Those are normally they're normally vibrant because, like I said, they're moving around to try and stay in the light as much as possible. So it's kind of like, think of them kind of like they're a sunflower where they follow the light more than anything else.
No, I will absolutely explain all of that.
Oh,
to-
yeah.
They aren't normal. I mean, they're usually sorry. Usually they're out in the sun and following the sun. They're usually peaceful natured, not like this.
And to clarify, you have no idea what the big one was.
I have no idea what the big one.
I mean, I can tell you they weren't peaceful, so something's up.
All right.
Apologize, sorry.
No worries. So you fought Styx. He turns and looks at Ingram. Is this your best excuse you can come up with, and how much do you think you're going to pay them for it?
I can
Yeah.
assure you there were actually plant monsters of some kind. We can show you where it happened if you want.
About an hour south.
I'd rather not.
I agree with you.
I'll take you at your word for it now. I've dealt with enough already, waiting for him to come back.
I'm assuming then that this is something that you've not seen in this area before?
No, I've never even heard of it. The only moving plant that I'm aware of in this area is the tree. And
The tree,
yes, the tree, the one in the grove.
the one in the grove.
Grove?
So there's a tree in a grove,
In a grove.
and it moves. And does it by chance create seeds?
I mean, it's a tree, so probably.
Oh,
Okay.
these didn't look like trees. They looked like almost animated collections of branches. So, I mean, maybe it's connected if there's something wrong with the tree, or maybe not.
I mean, I can't go near the tree, but that's for a different reason. It doesn't like me very much. I may or may not hit it with an axe once.
So, the tree?
Yes,
As in,
the tree.
it's has a personality, or it's sentient in some way, shape, or form?
I would assume so. I mean, I know it can move around on its own if it decides to, and it will absolutely
And move?
punch you if you decide to mess with it. I lost an axe to it by accident. I didn't know it was that tree at the time.
Boston.
I've heard of some weird stuff in the Feywild, but like this is weird.
Oh, yeah, you're a turtle, so yeah, Feywild works. Still can't get over Drow calling Furbog.
Oh yeah, it's a long story.
Oh wait, I am. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You seem
He was
a
also
little
adolescent
confused.
and Fey touched.
He just blinks for a second and looks to Badger, and is just like, is he normally like this?
More importantly, I know that
He's
that
a
means.
little young.
More importantly, I know that that means these three just started humming a song in their head.
All right.
Where you said this is in the Grove? Where's the Grove?
No, this is Dunwick. The Grove is, small open space in the forest, kind of. Like,
No, I know that this is Dunwick. I wasn't asking you where we were. I asked where the Grove is.
The Grove is probably about probably southeast or so of here. You technically would have passed it coming through the road, coming down the road, but there's no like path to it. You actually have to walk through the forest to get to it.
Is there any way you would be willing to take us there in the morning?
I can't go there. Like I said, the tree doesn't really care for me, but
you don't have to go in,
be.
just like lead us in that direction. Close enough that we can't miss it.
I have an idea.
I am sure we could find someone that would be willing to go there because I guarantee you at least one person would be interested. But I have to work tomorrow.
Fair enough.
This field doesn't tend to itself, and Ingram needs to do a lot of chores that he missed earlier before he goes to sleep.
Chores, s'mores.
No, you don't get any s'mores either. I don't care how tall you are.
Or what?
What are s'mores?
Well, I do have an idea because we did pass.
You could.
I need to ask this of Morden real quick.
Mhm.
We were going down that path, and I know that what was it? The kid identified that that's a like when we were heading north, then you had that left like dirt path,
the dirt road to the tower. Yep.
the ruined guard tower. Would we have been able to see like the broken down rubble version of the guard tower?
You would have seen parts of it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like that guard tower is. It's not necessarily fallen over, but there are definitely pieces of it that have fallen down. Like you could see the top of it where it bulges out a little bit for where they put the arrow slots and such, and the lookout points. And some of those areas look like they've collapsed and have fallen to the ground. So you can kind of see inside if you got closer, but from the distance you just see a ruined tower essentially.
Because what I was wondering if it is this grove is to the southeast, maybe if we were to get to the tower, we could get a better vantage point because it is on a hill.
It's very possible that you'd be able to see over the trees
where we need to go or understand what's around it, kind of get a lay of the land potentially.
Yeah, you could go there for that.
Even if we want to try to do that, we can't do that until morning.
Fair.
Because we probably won't be able to see the tree for the forests in the dark.
I mean, you seem to walk around fine in the dark. So you can probably go, right?
Yeah, but even still, I can only see a little bit more than 100 feet or so. And if the tree was that close, we probably would have known it.
I'm pretty sure you would have known it already, yes.
Oh, okay.
To clarify, that was
farmer.
Farmer.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't go there till morning, and I know you have to work as far as in the morning. I know that. What was your son's name again?
Ingram was the boy's name. Yep.
Yeah. Ingram had said if we escorted him home safely, that you'd be able to help provide lodging and rations for us.
Did he now?
Yes. I mean,
and you see that Ingram has disappeared out from behind him. Like he as soon as you started to say his name, he was gone.
Well, I mean, if anything, we're wary travelers, and we happened upon your son in the forest. We dispatched those vile things that he was afraid of. I mean, and then we escorted him home. If anything, that should at least award us some kindness on your part.
Give me a persuasion check. With advantage.
Okay. I'm going to it right now. Persuasion with advantage. Nat 20.
I mean, that's helpful.
Yeah, that is. He sighs and says, "Yeah, okay. You can stay in the dining room." And he waves you in.
Cool. Well,
Okay.
we greatly appreciate your kindness here. I guess we go
No
inside.
problem. Thank you for looking after Ingram.
Of course.
Bram can be a problem at times.
Mhm.
Person you want to probably talk to would be Phoebia.
Phoebia.
Phoebia or Mills. If of the two, those two are probably most interested in going there or helping you get there. Or, well, Mills because he just has the time, and Phoebia because she probably wants something.
Mhm.
She always wants something.
And where would we find this Phoebia and Mills?
Mills lives across from the mill. You did see the big windmill in town, so you can make the assumption that windmill is actually is where they ground the wheat for the excuse me, sorry, for the wheat and such that you've seen in barley.
And that's reasonable.
And Phoebia, on the other, Phoebia lives in the overgrown house that you would have passed near the blacksmith. She likes to go and gather herbs and such. She's closest to probably being a herbalist, maybe.
I say we talk to her in the morning. Her and Grandpa may have some, mutual connections that they can try to work that out.
Herbs.
Mad Demon, thank you for the follow.
Probably. Yeah, just don't get under hoof, okay?
Under hoof?
Yeah, under hoof. Just don't get under hoof.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure. Why not?
And he steps inside and lets you guys in. He shows you basically the equivalent of like a living room. There are no beds or anything, so you guys would need to use your bed rolls, but it would at least give you somewhere you can sleep that is not outside.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And with that, I think that is a good spot to stop before we for this session, because this gives you a safe place to rest and a little bit of information that you may or may not want to, use or try and talk to people about.
Yay.
When we start our next session.
And more importantly, we all survived.
Whee!
Everybody survived.
Thomas, thank you for the gift sub on Mad Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, we almost survived if it wasn't for the card.
Yeah, I mean, I was fine. I was just unconscious.
Yeah, he had probably about another. What is it? It's every every round of 6 seconds. So
Thank you for being here.
Probably another like 50 rounds before he woke up. He's fine.
I mean, it
I was
is what it is.
going to throw a cure spell on him. I have one that reaches 60 feet.
Yeah, once you found where I was in the dark. Me and Chat were having that conversation. It was fun because I'm like, hi, Chat. They can't hear me, but they also don't know where my body is. So now we're going to watch them stumble around in the dark.
Well, and what's funny is
Trey can actually see in the dark.
Well, and Druid Badger would be able to heal you.
Yeah.
No longer Druid Badger cannot heal you.
Yep. It's going to be interesting.
I mean, as soon as I was
Zero healing.
you definitely like that's healing word moment right there, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Guess
healing
what?
word.
Guess what class and subclass I gave the turtle.
Well, I know it.
Well-
I know you made the wrong choice because it's not assassin, so we don't get to sing the song the entire campaign.
Yeah.
However, aside from that,
What was our massive conversation about?
Oh shit! No, we were playing that entirely wrong. Because of the. Okay, yeah. I just realized part of this.
The subclass?
I did not
Yeah.
go off and die. I went off and took a nap. That was combat delivered.
Combat delivered forced nap.
Combat
He
delivered
got
forced
hit by-
napping.
He got hit by trank darts. It's fine.
Yeah, no. So for future, I do have dark vision up to 300.
Ha-ha! Wait, up to 300? No, that's got to be 30.
You have dark vision out to a range of 300 feet.
What? That's
As an
insane.
That should give it away, second.
Yeah, and as an action, I can share the dark vision with up to 5 willing creatures that I can see within 10 feet of me.
Wow. So he's a Twilighter? Nice.
Nice. So I was really confused by that in the middle of the fight. So I didn't want to. Like I was trying to go, okay, what caused this? Because normally when I upload the character, it's fine.
Right.
Yeah. Twilight is one of the really strong ones. Personally, I think Peace is the absolute ridiculous one because it just goes, yeah, and the combat doesn't happen. I'm sorry, guys.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also Twilight clerics are Trey OP.
I agree.
But you know, that's what makes them fun. So now we can look for moving trees at night. Most of us can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I don't
fucking
know
let's
In
go.
fact, all of them can. In fact, all of you can just to 300 feet for I think it's for what,
Wow.
a minute. For a minute.
For 1 hour.
For
For
1
1
hour.
hour. Yeah.
Per long or short rest.
Yeah. Per long.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it is it's
That in itself is right there.
Yeah. So one thing that you may want to do, you and Greg, because I don't know if you got it. You might want to go in and like grab your spells and put them in your actual spell book.
Yeah, I got to do that. Well, you mean in Foundry or?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you had did it in D&D Beyond and send me the character, it will automatically drop them in there for you.
So if I update it on Beyond, it'll automatically update there.
Not
No.
automatically. I have to redo it, so just resend me the link and I'll fix it.
Okay, sure.
Because like I went in to go look at your spells and I'm like, I don't see any, so I just went and manually picked one off of the.
Yeah, I have the PDF open of what you sent me,
Alright.
so that's what.
So we have a turtle Twilight cleric,
Yes.
a turtle light cleric. We have a Furbolg rogue. I know that one for a fact.
Mhm.
We have a drow artificer, mit a mustache, and Gray is a cyclopean archer. That's what I'm going with.
Gray is yeah, that's right. You do actually have an eye patch on in this form too.
He
don't
does.
Yeah.
Like legitimately, his character picture really didn't change much. He got a change of clothes and forgot to go get a tan, and that was about it.
Yeah, he's a little bit paler than he was before,
Yep.
and a little bit hungrier.
Eh.
All right.
So this ought to be
He's doing it.
interesting. I had fun with it.
I did too.
I am glad. That was going to be my next question of did you guys enjoy it? Did you find the story slightly interesting? How did you like dealing with Dalton and his ridiculous bar?
Oh, I think that was a fantastic opening. Like that was great.
That was very solid. I especially love the fact that the first hour of it was, not anything you had ever done before because we're all loopy.
I literally, if you guys had not talked me into doing it, it would have started off right when you guys first woke up.
Oh, we would have lost so much accidental bonding moments, though, so that was great.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, you would have, and I would not have thought of it.
Is definitely my go-to to fix my shit.
Say that again? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
As a
prestidigitation is a great cantrip.
You
I
still
would
have it, right?
I do not, but when we go up a level, I will swap something out to get it.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah, what I found hilarious, because I looked at all of them and I went, okay, none of these are, the terribleness that Second was asking for. So I just went, I'm just gonna roll a d4 and see what everybody gets.
yay!
And then somehow, Second ended up rolling the Artificer.
Yep. I'm the arty, which means I'm actually going to play a separate subclass so that I still have a difference between the characters.
And my enjoyment came from the fact that
Thank you,
I got
Thomas.
to break some people with a mustache.
That the mustache was a win. The mustache was definitely a win.
Yeah.
I found that highly amusing. And then Ace trying to smash a bottle against the ground.
Yeah.
Alrighty, that was amazing. I am glad that you guys enjoyed it. I am going to leave this open, so if anybody wants to play with anything, they can. There was no actual loot found on them because they were literally just plants.
Right.
Which makes sense.
So, and the campsite was left exactly the way it was.
For obvious reasons.
Because not even Ingram did anything with it, but that's okay.
That's all right. But no, this was fun. This is going to be interesting to try to play out the storyline and see where it goes. And wait till we get to all of the wonderful toys that I'm going to terrorize Morden with.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I don't know which one of you was responsible for the Drow Artificer, but I'm going to tell you that by the 4th session, you will officially be off Morden's Christmas card list.
What if you were never on Morden's Christmas card list?
Because I'm not saying I have a whole bunch of creepy spell devices ready to go and all loaded up and have forced Morden to, read their descriptions already. But
And was that spider with a bell?
Yes.
Okay.
That's for my alarm spell. Pull out a handful of mechanical orb weavers, except where the orb should be, there's a small silver bell, and then they sit around whatever area is, protected by the alarm spell.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because, the effect of the alarm is it produces the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds when triggered.
What was that?
Nothing.
Oh, which one? I can bring them all up again. There's that one. It was kind of like a little beetle. And then I have, the orb weaver spider. And then we have, the praying mantis one, which is really, really nice. And then we have, this is a healing tarantula.
Why is that thing?
Yeah, it's got a little vial of healing there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. And then, I got that one. And I have these you don't want to see. This is the one that you've already seen, by the way. And then I also have this one for later. But
Those are really cool.
yeah. Oh, and then also this little guy here, which I will point out, I in fact did not need to add the mustache. It came that way.
No way.
But that was a deciding factor right there on what model to use for a small robotic bat creature, because it's a small robotic bat creature with a mustache, so it wins.
Right. Because you need to make sure you have your mustache.
Absolutely. In fact, if Morden decided to be difficult and not allow me to say that I had a small amount of glue and the ability to cut my hair to make a mustache, the spell that I was going to say that I had memorized was Disguise Self. My prepared spell for the day was Disguise Self and Cure Wounds. Although the only person that needed curing was me, so my spells were ineffective.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did not notice how much damage that creature did.
I did when it went right through me. One shot.
Yep. That was that's what that creature does. Just
I'm
a
like
ranged attacker.
sitting here. We just had a 4-hour battle where I killed no party members, and the first thing Morden does is one shot me into the ground.
Maybe.
All right, I'll remember this on Tuesday.
I mean, it wasn't my intention. No, wait, I can't really say that because it did kind of happen, and I did kind of cause it. So maybe it was. I don't know.
Cause it.
Say that again.
You did kind of cause it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's a because those were needle blights is the name of the card.
Yep.
So it was the, for lack of a better word, the ringleader of all the little guys.
Yeah. No, that was a good first level encounter. I just got unlucky and got caught by the big guy, and he maxed the damage. So I mean, it's what it is.
Pretty much.
So
But you guys dealt with it quite handily once everybody figured out that they could, see the stuff that ran into the light.
So do you want to do the fate point survey or no? It's your game, so it's your call.
Yes, actually, I'm perfectly fine doing the fate point survey. I completely forgot about it. Actually,
No worries. So everybody in chat, decide which one of the four of us you want to give a free fate point to. That would be Gray as Gray, or Ace as Badger, or me as Gnathan, or Eldisteer as Rochi. And you can put either of those names that you want. And then whoever wins gets a free fate point. Since Rochi is not familiar with how we do fate points, and neither is Eldisteer, you can use them to gain advantage, to cancel disadvantage, which of course is just gaining advantage when you have disadvantage, re-rolling a die roll that you rolled, or for a additional action in a turn.
Well, that's cool.
So they are GM inspiration that is slightly expanded and given a different name so that it's different than inspiration or bardic inspiration, because why the does the word inspiration have 3 different rules?
I know, right?
So that's 1 for Gray, 1 for Rochi, 2 for Gnathan.
Nathan.
I think you're getting them because it's Gnathan.
Yeah. Gnathan the Gnome.
Nathan the Gnome Ninja.
2 for Rochi. It's Gnathan because the other gnomish character I have is Gnick, but he's a Gninja. So 1 for Badger, 2 for Rochi, 1 for Gray, 2 for me.
So yep. So it's tied between Rochi and Nathan.
We'll give it to Rochi. He's the newbie.
Well, thank you.
And now Second has officially seen all of the PCs, so I guess that means I got to send you the files.
Yeah, send me the links to the characters, and I'll make an intro bumper for the YouTube videos. This is going to be going up on YouTube. I'm just probably not bothering to edit it down into the hourlies like I am for the other campaign. This one will go up in like 3-hour chunks.
Cool.
That's fair.
I mean,
Yeah,
ironically, it's not much difference as far as the editing time goes. It's just a difference of, how many uploads I'm doing.
Fair.
But it's fine. So, if you guys are interested in that, it's youtube.com/secondclasselitist. We have, I think, 12 hours of the other campaign already up. This one will be going up as well as soon as I get the video up. Also, let me do this real quick, because this is a neat little announcement that I have not made yet. I was waiting till the 1st, but I mean, we're all of an hour away from that, so it's fine. If anyone is interested in signing up on the Patreon, anyone who is a patron or signs up on the Patreon this month, $1 tier or higher, doesn't matter, you will all get a only ever getting one printing limited edition bookmark book token for those of you in the UK for the Light and Darkness D&D campaign. I'll give it over here for you guys. For the Light and Darkness D&D campaign, printed on both sides. And this has the tier 1 images of the characters. And those of you who watch Tuesday's show know that a lot of these images have already changed. The others will be changing probably in the next 2 sessions. Not nearly as much as we changed in session 1 for this freaking campaign, but free bookmark. They will be mailed out to all of the patrons for any patron that signs up, is either already signs up or signs up in the month of July. And then these will never be printed again. So it's a limited it is a limited time offer.
Yay!
But other than that, thank you all very much for coming, and thank Morden for GMing and being awesome and coming up with a story and letting us completely derail what his intended story was by making our characters all, randomly.
No problem. It's interesting running this campaign with people who, I won't say that like everybody is like knows D&D like the back of their hand, but at least is role players.
Right.
Because the people I played with before were combat junkies.
Rose, you made it through the night. I thank you very much, and I hope you feel better, and I hope that you didn't push yourself too much to try to make it through the night. Somebody was asking about the goggles earlier. I got them from Amazon. They are very Gloomhaven-y, but they are also very, very cool. And you will see more use of these as the campaign progresses. They even have a working light. And all the optics are actually magnifying lenses and everything. It's pretty cool.
That had to be interesting when you actually put them on then.
I kind of looking around the lenses a little bit, but yeah.
Hey, just cross your eyes a little. It's fine.
So I think we are actually going to be ending out the stream. We are going to go and do a raid because I saw that Ginger just got started. So I think we will go and, pop him up a little bit. But everybody that stuck around, I appreciate you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you to Ace and Eldisteer and Greymane for playing along with us.
Happy to be here.
Of course. It's a pleasure.
If anybody is interested in being a player I never got that bot started. If anybody's interested in being a player for our Saturday one-shots this coming month, the 16th is a D&D 5e one-shot. The 23rd is a Battletech one-shot. And the 30th is looking like it's going to be a Warhammer Fantasy roleplay one-shot. PM me, DM me, whisper me, any of my medias, it's fine. And I'm putting together players for all 3 of those. And then we'll have that. But then we're going to have D&D on Tuesday with me GMing, D&D on Thursday with Morning GMing, and then random RPG games on Saturday. So 3 days worth of goofy roleplay for you from the channel.
Whoop.
Yay! So everybody, thank you very much. We're all going to get out of here. We're going to go hit that raid and tell Ninja I said hi. And we'll see you all on the other side.